No. More like, yes. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Welcome, folks. MJ Morning Show. Of course, the unmistakable no of Alec Baldwin. And I guess he could technically be facing 5 years in a New Mexico slammer.
Oh, no, a year for every no. No.
You know
Hang
what?
on, let me count those. Do it again?
Can you count them?
Yeah,
Let's see if you can get a count on those things. No.
5.
Is it? Is it?
Do it one more time.
Hold on a minute. No. It's so quick.
Yeah. Do it again. Watch my fingers.
All right, go ahead. No.
5.
No.
No.
I guess it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I guess
There might be one more. It sounds like it was like cut off.
I don't know. No.
Wow, talk about setting up your future.
No. Welcome, folks. MJ and the crew here. We're still minus Fester. I spoke to Fester last night, and he doesn't sound good, but hopefully this IV therapy will start kicking in. We should be able to speak to Fester this morning. Now, we spoke to him in the 7 o'clock hour yesterday, and then I wanted to try to touch base with him one more time toward the end of the program at 9:30, 9:45-ish, and we could not because he was, what happened? He was being wheeled off for tests?
Yeah, he was on his way to test, and he said he was going to be tied up for a long time.
Yeah, Fester, of course, has been out since, Tuesday. Yeah, he was here on Monday.
Right, and he was struggling on Monday.
He was, and the problem is Fester has myasthenia gravis that first hit him in 2011, and it's come back. And it went into remission for a while and kind of whacked him hard. And he is at Tampa General Hospital. He was admitted on Tuesday morning, took an Uber to the hospital because his wife had to take the kids to school. And he's been there ever since. He thought he was going to check in, get some treatment, and then, oh, no. So he's in, and they're doing this therapy with hemoglobin. It's via an IV drip deal, and he gets one a day, and it's a 5-day course. And he got it, first on Tuesday or Wednesday? I got to do the math. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if he got the first one on Tuesday, then he should be able to leave on Saturday or Sunday. So tomorrow or on Sunday, we'll see what happens. But that is the Fester situation. I know that he has received thousands of texts now since Froggy has blurted out his phone number for about 2 years now.
Yeah, 813-310-8444. And if you get those guys, the guys who made the songs, maybe they can make new songs with the number and about him being in the hospital.
Yeah, if you haven't heard the songs for Fester, we had two of them. One was better than the other. I don't know which one this is. Yeah. Well,
I don't remember either of them being better than anything.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. The audio quality not the best here.
Fester, you are just so rude.
Oh.
You smoke cigars and you love fast food.
I think it was just done on the little, like laptop computers have the microphone and it's like a little pinhole in the plastic.
I wish it was that good.
So, I got to get back to Alec Baldwin. Hang on, here we go.
Fester, I've got your number and I need to text you mine.
We got to put this in regular rotation. We've secretly replaced the real song.
1-3-3-1-0-8-4-4-8-1-3.
He really shoehorned that in there.
That is really. We've secretly replaced the real 8675309 song Jenny by Tommy Two-Tone with that. Will anybody know the difference? No, it'll be undetectable. All right, so back to Alec Baldwin. Just a little grazing on it because we'll go into more depth later on when we have time. But Alec Baldwin could face up to 5 years in prison because the district attorney out in New Mexico, of course, the shooting on the set of that low-budget Rust movie back in October of 21. I can't believe it was that long ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
October of 21. And, of course, the cinematographer was killed. The director was injured. He was hit, through the shoulder with the bullet, and then it hit the cinematographer, and she died.
What about the charges of the guy who got shot? Isn't anybody going to get charged for that guy getting shot?
I'm sorry, what?
So Alec Baldwin might get charged for shooting the woman. What about the other guy?
No, it's all rolled into one.
Oh, okay.
So Alec Baldwin and then the armorer, the young woman that was the prop master for the guns, they're called an armorer. She was also hit with the same thing.
But to Froggy's point, his family, Helena's family, originally, remember, Alec was teamed up with them and they seemed like everything was fine. Well, now they turned on him pretty quickly and they have a lawsuit against him.
Well,
and I don't know about the other.
There was a deal where the husband was going to become the executive producer or one of the executive producers, an EP of the movie, and they were going to finish the movie, and then the proceeds from the movie were going to go to the young son of Helena Hutchins, who died. So the deal is this, and then we'll get into this in a little more depth later on, that both Alec Baldwin and the armorer have been hit with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter, and each count carries up to 18 months in jail and a $5,000 fine for each charge. But, and here's the but, MJ, you said 18 months. Where are you getting 5 years? Because one of the charges, they also tacked on what they call a firearm enhancement. And that's like a mandatory 5 years under New Mexico law. So that's why they're getting the extra time. Am I boring you? You're just sitting here. That's your third yawn.
I'm sorry. No.
That's you're just going, oh.
Not at all.
You're not even covering your mouth. You're just opening. You're doing a huge yawn. That's number 3 since we got here.
I'm getting oxygen to my brain.
Okay, just getting started, folks. It's a busy Friday morning. We will check in with Fester. There's a lot on the table, so don't move. Just getting rolling. Oh, and a great pile of early morons in the news is on the way. A fan favorite, ladies and gentlemen. All right, traffic is on. Let's grab the latest. Pat's got the early roads, and then the MJ Morning Show is back in minutes.
Here we go. We got to crash him.
Fisherman that got dragged by the giant tuna and pulled overboard into the water. Did you hear about the story?
Heard it. Yes, I did. I heard it. I think he got murdered.
Oh my God, this is the craziest freaking story.
You know, if I'm going to kill someone,
oh my God,
this might be the way.
All right, MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, Andrew, on the podcast, you might want to leave just a little bit of the song so that makes sense.
Yeah, it would be weird if you take that out.
Yeah.
Like, what's the matter with them?
Why do they talk like this?
This is just how we talk all the time. It's normal. I don't know what you think.
Let's start doing the whole show in this type of delivery cadence.
Okay, Roxanne, good morning to you. How are you?
I don't know if I can talk like as good as you guys do.
Wow, that was
Can you
good.
do me a big favor and do another giant yawn?
All right, we got to stop.
Now Roxanne is putting on her makeup in the studio. All right. That'll get really obnoxious really freaking fast.
It actually did.
It did. About 2 seconds in. You got the MJ Morning Show, Q105. Thanks for joining us. Early listeners here on the MJ Morning Show. Now, I had this story a couple of days ago. I had it earlier in the week, and listen, I completely over-prepare for this show. There's just too much stuff. But I wanted to get this on. This massive fish yanked the fisherman overboard in Hawaii, and last I saw, they haven't found him. Hey, Rox, can you do me a favor? Can you just grab your computer and just do a little search and see if they found a body or anything? So how did you hear about this? You're on all the fishing blogs, and right?
Andrew actually sent me the story.
Who did?
Andrew.
Oh, really?
He goes, check this out. I think it was a murder. And I go, you know what? I think it was, because you know what? Fishing reels have this thing called line. And when a fish takes it, the line goes with the fish. Yeah. So I don't understand how this guy, and when why not let go of the reel?
You know what? I love that casting sound. I love when you cast and it goes.
It's like a hiss.
The sound when you have a fish on and the fish is pulling your line is actually better because it's like this. And you're like, I get a fish. So I don't understand this. And if you got pulled in the water, just let go of your reel.
All right, here's the fact pattern on the story. A fisherman went missing last Sunday after a massive tuna dragged him off the boat in Hawaii. Mark Niddle of Captain Cook. Is that the name of the fishing?
Captain Cook.
Is
awesome.
Is that the fishing charter name?
Captain Cook Charters.
Was fishing with a friend 4 miles off the coast of the Big Island when he hooked what they think is an ahi tuna.
Okay.
Just before 5 a.m. Is that a good time to fish for tuna?
I don't fish for fish like that. That's too far out for me.
You know what? I believe that's correct because when I scuba dive in Little Cayman.
Early is good. Always good for fishing.
Yeah, because I'm an avid scuba diver, as many of you guys know, and I love Little Cayman, the smallest of the Cayman Islands or Cayman Islands, and the fishing charter boats. Some of them go out, and when I say fishing charter, we're talking about, because on Little Cayman, there are like 120 permanent residents. That's it, 120 people.
Nice.
And there are a couple of resorts on the island. The island's only like 10 miles long and about a mile wide. It's a tiny island. I love it. It's one of my favorite places on the planet is Little Cayman. And when my dive boat goes out like 7:30, 7:45, we could already see some of the small little vessels where they've
already been out there for a couple hours.
Exactly. So I know that, and they go fishing for tuna outside of the marine park. So
doesn't this sound fishy to you?
It's a fishy story.
So
I don't understand.
They say this doesn't happen, or this rarely happens, but that it actually
I'm guessing that a bunch of tourists don't get yanked into the water and disappear.
Don't you sometimes, when you're fishing for really big fish like that, you wear certain things like harnessy type of things that.
They got all kinds of stuff, back harnesses that I just
listen. I think that the line gets pulled out, or the rod gets yanked out of your hand. You don't
or your rod breaks. I've seen that. I've never. Man, I used to watch that crazy show with that guy who would go out. It was called like Scariest Fish or something. and he caught like
Tonight on Fox,
Yeah.
the world's scariest fish.
he caught like 1,000-pound stingray, and he fought it
Whoa,
for
1,000-pound what?
Stingray.
There's no 1,000-pound stingray.
Yeah, they're huge.
hold
I
on.
swear he was in, like, Africa or
No,
something.
that,
Or manta ray.
that might be a manta ray.
well, maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
He-
that's not a stingray. Might be
And-
a devil ray, a manta ray. It's
Devil Rays are baseball teams. Stupid. So he fought it for 5 hours.
Oh, there
Because
are
it was
such.
sucked down to the floor. He fought it so long that he broke his shoulder, and then the rod broke, and he lost the fish.
but he didn't get dragged into the ocean.
No, you don't get dragged
Yeah.
into the ocean.
All right, so
The
here,
heaviest ray, just for the record,
Yeah.
the heaviest manta ray
Yeah.
ever recorded was
Right,
a
Evan Longoria.
5,000 pound female.
5,000
that's
pounds.
the size of a Buick Enclave.
So I'm
My
saying,
God.
like, I've seen people catch gigantic fish.
Right.
This doesn't happen.
Yes.
This man was murdered.
Yes, Andrew.
First, I hope they didn't tell that manta ray she was 5,000 pounds. They don't like that. But it's either the guy was murdered or he wanted to hide. He's in hiding now. He owes a lot of money.
Something went on. Something like a Carlito's Way situation.
According to Mark Niddle of Captain Cook, fishing with a friend off the coast of Honolulu
Ooh.
on the Big Island of Hawaii, just before 5 a.m., they hooked this giant ahi tuna. The fish is huge, Niddle reportedly said just before his friend was dragged overboard.
Dude,
After-
let go of the rod. What do you do? He's gone. I don't understand.
After witnessing Niddle, so Niddle plunged into the water. The friend tried to grab the line. Okay, so wait a minute. So Niddle's the guy that Mark Niddle of Captain Cook. So it
Niddle was the captain?
yeah, sounds
Okay.
like it. So Mark Niddle, he ran the fishing boat.
I guess so. Niddle
After,
charters?
after witnessing Niddle plunge into the water, the friend tried to grab the line but missed. The friend saw Niddle on the surface for a brief moment but disappeared within seconds. All right, so it's Niddle is missing. I thought Niddle was alive because it sounded like Niddle was telling the story.
I wonder if Niddle knew my friend Kettle.
This guy's like
Stop it.
out on the boat by himself. He has no idea how to drive it. The captain just got dragged underwater.
The friend attempted to jump into the water but couldn't spot Niddle. Police and the Coast Guard, they searched for hours and hours and hours for Niddle since he went overboard. But the massive ahi, which the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says can grow up to 6 feet and 400 pounds, may have dragged the fisherman far from the boat where it was anchored.
Yeah. I wonder, maybe he was tied up to all his stuff. That would be dumb, but
My God. All right, so Mark Niddle is the guy missing.
oh,
Jeez, if there's a fish that's actually pulling him around, you don't know where it could go. Well, let go. I mean,
I mean, he must be tied to it somehow or connected.
I'm not a fisherman. I don't really care about fishing that much. I don't have the patience for fishing.
What are you talking about? I caught that awesome fish in your backyard. You can fish whatever you want.
You did. Yes, I can fish whenever I want. I can walk into my backyard and just drop a line in Tampa Bay.
You should.
And there's really good fishing in my backyard. I see all kinds of stuff. I see sharks go by. I see rays go by. I see manatee go by. No, there's a lot of stuff. I just don't have the patience for fishing. I'm not a fisherman. I like fish. I like to scuba dive. I like a good fish and chips platter. I like a good fish dinner, but
You'd rather be under the water than above it.
I would. That is 100% right.
I'd rather be above it.
Niddle is really, do they need to? Niddle is described as 5 feet 10, 185 pounds with curly brown hair.
Yeah,
What?
Niddle wasn't little.
Attention,
Attention all fish.
yeah, if you spot, there's an all points bulletin out for fish. Looking for a 5 foot 10 inch guy, 185 pounds.
Or if you see a giant tuna dragging a man underwater, please report it, fish.
My God, so it happened last Sunday, and I had this story since early in the week. I just didn't get around to it, but I wanted to just get your thoughts from.
I can't fathom.
From you.
I don't understand.
Oh, you can't fathom? Is that a?
I can't fathom.
Is that a water joke? That's a water depth? Hold on. Do you even know what you
Depth
did
joke.
there?
Yeah,
It was
dude.
deep.
What
Yeah.
what'd you do?
Fathom, man. Fathom means water? What are you talking about? What does it mean?
Hold on. Did you say the word fathom intentionally or no?
No, a mistake.
A
I'm
fathom
stupid.
is a depth measurement in water. A fathom is it like 6 feet or?
No, how did I use it?
Yeah, you said I can't fathom
You
that.
said I can't
so,
fathom.
So it would have been like,
Gosh, I'm awesomely smart.
yeah.
I don't even know how smart I am. Look at this.
Wait. You had no idea that you used the word fathom and that's a nautical term for depth?
That's another thing where I think I was just born with this.
Hang on. I think it's like 6 feet. What is a fathom? Hang on. I'm looking this thing up. I'm Googling it right now. Yeah. A unit of length equal to 6 feet.
Yeah, that's how I meant to use it. But honestly, I cannot fathom this guy dying. I can't.
This is crazy. All right. So, Froggy, let go of the line if you're
Just
ever.
let go.
Yeah, that's.
So his one
insane.
friend who was on the boat. So
Yeah.
what we're thinking is either this friend killed him, or this friend is helping him escape his life. And
All right, so you think it's just a fishy story? I'm sorry. Wait a minute. So do you think that maybe this is all made up and the guy was murdered by the other dude and that the whole story he concocted was the ahi tuna pulled him underwater?
The ahi tuna needs to be arrested. Put your fins behind your back, sir.
They need to investigate to see if
Are they interviewing him?
Well, they need to find out if Niddle was messing around with the other guy's wife, or if there was any kind of a business deal that went south.
Yeah, they all have to.
Maybe he
look
was
into him.
sleeping with the ahi tuna's wife.
Sleeping with the fishes.
Now he's living in the Little Mermaid world.
It's 6:31 at the MJ Morning Show. Man, it's an awful story.
Yeah, it's horrible.
All right, listen. We got to take the story at face value. I don't think that the other dude offed the guy and then concocted the big fishtail story here, but that's nuts. But Froggy, please be careful while fishing. I mean, we're already down Fester. Fester's already in the hospital with his myasthenia gravis. I don't need you being sucked underwater by a giant catch, all right?
I don't have a boat right now, so you don't have to worry about me.
I'm trying to figure out how to work Kemp Rouge and Green into this missing fish
If
story.
you need to sue a
fish.
tuna, yeah.
If you're in a tuna accident, call Kemp Rouge and Green. Well, listen, I guess you could be hit by a tuna truck. If you're hit by like a fish.
Or white, yeah.
A what?
The canned tuna trucks
No,
driving down the road.
I'm thinking of like a fresh fish delivery service for restaurants. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're, or any delivery truck, listen, the bottom line is, first of all, I look for convenient segues whenever I can. But if you're hit by a truck, and it could be a food delivery truck, folks, they're all over the place. If you're hit by a commercial vehicle, you've got to have the early morons of the news ready to roll. I also asked Fester to text me when he was going to be available.
Can you let him rest?
No, I didn't text him.
It's 6:40 in the morning.
What did I
He's
just...
a sick man.
Did I not say that properly? Fester's going to text me when he's ready.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
I asked Fester to text me.
How many times did you call him yesterday?
I spoke to him 4 times.
Jesus.
No, let's do it.
Why don't you let him?
That's too much. The guy struggles every time he talks.
No, he called me and he's texting me as well. It's like I didn't initiate all the calls, but I probably called him twice and he reached out to me twice.
Aren't you guys a couple sick buddies?
No, listen, I didn't just text or call Fester. I spoke to him last night and I told him, text me when you want to talk, because I don't want to call and wake him up if he's dozing off. Listen, since you give out his cell number incessantly, I'm sure he has his phone on silent. I doubt his phone is even on vibrate, because you know what happens with the volume of text messages that he's getting, because you incessantly give out his private cell phone number on the air. And, of course, he's in the hospital with his private cell phone.
Yeah, that number is 813-310-8444 if anybody wants to reach out and give him a get well.
So even if his phone's on silent and it's on vibrate, the battery drain from the phone vibrating like 2,000 times, man, that'll drain your battery like a biatch. Just thought I'd point that out. Now, listen, I told Fester last night, text me when you're awake and you're able to speak and give us the latest rundown on your condition. Need an update on Fester in the hospital.
Did I tell you that he's making everybody laugh around there? That he has a good reputation there?
I don't understand how he stays so jovial in these moments. He's in a better mood in the hospital than he is in here.
That's true.
Well, he has gotten a little grumpy lately, and I don't know if maybe that was an indicator, a warning sign on the myasthenia gravis kicking in. All right, let's do some early morons in the news. You know who's back? The lady here in Florida that is in the storm drain. Do you remember this story?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's
The
back
Teenage
again.
Mutant Ninja Turtle.
She's like, tag team back again. She's Teenage Mutant Wacky Lady Turtle. Man, this story is nuts. So this woman has been pulled from the storm drain again for the 3rd time in about 2 years. Happened on Wednesday. This happened in Delray. Of course, Delray Beach on the other side of the state, a little south of West Palm Beach, a little north of Boca Raton. Delray police got a call. They got a 911 call of someone possibly in distress while swimming in a canal near Lindell Boulevard.
In a canal?
Yeah.
Yikes.
When officers showed up and they're asking the woman, hey, do you need help? Apparently, the woman ignored him and then climbed into the storm drain.
Dude, is she like one of those mole people like they have in New York City that live underground?
Climbed into the storm drain pipe. The woman would not come out and then started crawling deeper and deeper into the pipe.
You'll run into a gator.
She's happy there, sounds like.
Apparently it's her happy place. Then the Delray Fire Department, they were able to figure out that she was in between 2 sections of pipe, and I guess they were able to access through manhole covers. So police and the Delray Beach Fire Department and their special operations team, they used a ladder and a rescue harness to get her out. And the woman is identified as Lindsay Kennedy. She had minor injuries, taken to the hospital in Delray Beach for evaluation, but this woman has been in the storm drain multiple times. We talked about this lady. Don't you remember?
Of course.
I think we've talked about her twice. The last time she was rescued from the storm drain was in March of 2021, so it's almost 2 years ago. And Kennedy told police that she entered the drain after she was swimming in the canal, got lost, and then wandered through the tunnel system in Delray Beach for 2 weeks.
It's impossible. How'd she live?
I don't know.
Somebody needs to make a movie about her.
What's she eating?
This, man, I'll tell you what, this is a Netflix documentary if I've ever heard of one.
Jeez, you can't live in a drain for 2 weeks.
Well, she did. Well, that's what she claims. Is this not nuts? Coming to Netflix, The Storm Drain Lady.
Sewer girl.
Oh, that's good too. Sewer girl. Man, this is nuts. According to Channel 5 in West Palm Beach, which is WPTV, Kennedy was reported missing by her boyfriend in March of 2021. And then 20 days later, fire and rescue found her stuck in a storm drain. Can you imagine?
Was she like literally stuck, like pinned, like a ghostess?
I mean, this is the craziest damn story. 911, what's your emergency? My girlfriend, she's been missing for 20 days.
I'm stuck in a drain.
She's in a storm drain. She's wandering around. It's like one of those Halloween corn mazes, in some field out in Iowa.
Yeah.
How bad do you stink with like all the sewage and stuff?
That's a good question.
Well, not only that, she hasn't showered in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So 2 months after the March of 21 incident, Channel 5 in West Palm reported that police in Texas said that Kennedy was missing in Texas, in Grand Prairie, Texas. Guess where cops found her?
God.
In a storm drain. So she apparently travels to multiple states to get stuck and wander in storm drains.
Well, it's kind of like she's trying, I go to a different state. I want to try a different restaurant. She goes to a different state. She wants to try the storm
It's like
drain
people
now.
go on winery tours.
Yeah, on the storm drain tour across America. But now this could be more than we know, but we know of at least 2 times in Palm Beach County she was stuck in the storm drain, and now once in Grand Prairie, Texas, found stuck in a storm drain. Oh, you know what I just thought of?
What?
We never had an update or heard anything new of the guy that disappeared in the storm drain on 66th Street in Pinellas Park. Do you remember that?
Is he still in there?
We don't know. Remember the guy, he popped up out of a storm drain and like the city, I think it was like the Pinellas Park, city works department. They were working on the roads, and Public Works in Pinellas Park, they're working, and a guy pops up out of a storm drain, and he says he's thirsty. They gave him a Mountain Dew, and then he went right back into the storm drain, and they couldn't find him.
You know what? This all of a sudden it just hit me. This reminds me of the movie Enchanted. Did you see that movie? Do you guys, anybody see it
What,
in here?
is it about storm drains?
Yeah.
Amy Adams plays a princess in cartoon world.
That lives in a storm drain?
So she's living in her cartoon world, and then the evil prince or the evil queen sends her into real life, and she pops up through a storm drain.
Are you serious?
Yes, and she meets Patrick Dempsey
Wow.
from Grey's Anatomy. Yeah,
Was he a city worker that works on storm drains? How'd they meet?
he was a doctor who helped her. Yeah, it's a really, really cute movie if you haven't seen it. And the second one just came out like 11 years later.
Oh,
Disenchanted.
Oh,
Never
man.
heard of it.
Hold on,
Put that on your list.
Hold on, I'm getting a buzz from my front gate. Good morning. Can I help you? Oh my God! Did you say Amazon? Yes. Just throw my package through the gate, okay? All right. Have a nice day.
You're so friendly.
I should get that fixed.
Oh my God! So my phone's ringing. I can tell when my little buzzer on my gate is ringing. Should Amazon be buzzing your gate at 6:50 in the morning?
Well, they're efficient.
I've got an HDMI adapter that's showing up today. I guess it just showed up. But
They're waiting for you.
Yeah, I don't know if they should be buzzing your home at 6:50 in the morning.
Don't
Right?
they bring stuff to your house at like 5:00 in the morning? Haven't you had that happen before?
Yeah, you get the overnight deliveries. Delivered between 4 and 8 a.m. You ever
Yeah.
get that? But they don't typically ring the buzzer at 4:27 in the morning. You know. Well, 6:50, I guess, is not terrible, but still, a lot of people are still sleeping at 6:50. All right, quick break. I've got chunk 2 of the morons. Also, do me a favor, see if there was any follow-up on the guy in the storm drain in Pinellas Park from like 6 or 8 months ago. That was a freaky damn story. That was nuts as well. I don't know, maybe it's the lady. maybe she had a short haircut. Maybe it's the same lady in the Pinellas Park storm drain.
Maybe that's where they meet.
Oh my God! It's what, like Tinder and storm drains or something.
Yeah.
Stormdrainsonly.com.
It's a dating app. All your dates are in storm drains. Quick break here on the MJ Morning Show. We're back in just a minute. Our friends at Plan B AC are your air conditioning company. It is rolling up on 7:03. MJ and the crew here. It's me and Roxanne and Froggy, of course. Fester is hospitalized with his extremely horrific flare-up of his myasthenia gravis. MG, and we'll hopefully talk to Fester in just a bit. Hey, quickly, before we move on, the storm drain story from Pinellas Park, and if you're just tuning in, we were talking about the lady that was found like twice here in Florida over in Delray in a storm drain, and her boyfriend reported her missing, and this is like going back like almost 2 years, and she was missing for 20 days and was found inside the storm drain system in Delray Beach, Florida, on the other side of the state. And then it happened again. It just happened again. She was just pulled out of the storm drain again by Delray Fire and Rescue. And then we found out that she was also found in a storm drain a couple of months after the 2021 incident in Delray. She was found in a storm drain in Grand Prairie, Texas.
That's probably pretty dangerous for even the rescue team to go down there and get her.
But this reminded me of the crazy story last year of a guy in Pinellas Park. I think it was on 66th Street, and the city of Pinellas Park, the municipal workers, the storm drain folks, they were doing some kind of maintenance, and they're on the road. They probably have their little orange traffic cones on, a little arrow going, blinking to make people go to a different lane, and they're working on the sewers or they're checking storm drains in Pinellas Park, and a guy just pops out of the storm drain and says, "Hey, I'm thirsty. Got a drink?" And they gave him Mountain Dew, and then the guy goes right back into the storm drain, and then the police, Pinellas Park Police, I think even the sheriff's office in Pinellas Park, in Pinellas County, and then the fire and rescue, they shut down like 66. They're looking for this guy. They're popping storm. They never found him.
No, he's still missing.
All right, and then I asked you to just do a quick search to see if we missed a follow-up on the story. And what did you find?
The only thing I found, he was not found. And Pinellas Park Fire Chief called him a person who frequents the drainage areas of Pinellas Park. So, this is his thing. So would this be a good endorser for Mountain Dew or a not?
I mean, if I'm thirsty, I'm not looking for a dew.
Do the dew.
I want water.
In this case, if he's in the storm drains, he's doing the doo-doo.
He's smelling some doo-doo. Yeah.
Do the doo-doo. Yuck. Hey, follow-up. I have not heard if the couple that was having sex in the window of the hotel next to Amalie Arena, were they ever identified? Now, this video went viral. This was like last week. So
It was the 13th. Does that sound right?
Yeah, whatever. Well, last Friday was the 13th.
Okay.
And it was last week. There was a viral video locally, and it was a couple having sex. I guess it was the Columbus Blue Jackets? Were they in town playing the Lightning? And as fans were leaving Amalie Arena, this is last week, it turns out that there was a couple like on the, 8th or 9th or floor, and the drapes to like the hotel room were wide open. Was it a hotel or was it a condo? It was down. And as they're leaving Amalie, people are looking up, and there's a couple having sex in the room. And I mean, people are taking videos, but I don't think the couple's ever been identified.
I think they probably set this up. Maybe they like, is this their thing? They're like, let's wait for the game to get out.
Like a voyeuristic deal?
So everybody can watch us do it. And they were getting after it, buddy. She was doing all the work.
Is it a hotel or is it?
Well, that's what I was asking.
The decor kind of looks the same. Like all the curtains and the windows look the same.
I think it might be a hotel. Well, is it the Marriott? What is that right next to Amalie or?
Yeah, but it doesn't look like the Marriott. I don't know.
But it was downtown. But there's no follow up. There's no one ID'd the couple. No one came forward. Hey,
how would they?
That was us.
Yeah, who would do? First of all, who would do that? Second of all, how would they? I guess you could count the rooms and go ask, but they can't give out that information at a hotel. Who was staying in what room?
Who's doing it in room 510, please?
You think it's a good idea to let your 5-year-old take the wheel?
Well, it depends if you've been drinking. Wait.
No, you never let a 5-year-old take the wheel. It does.
I'm kidding.
If you're drinking, you shouldn't be in the car. This is out of Nashville, Tennessee, and a guy was driving drunk when he let his 5-year-old son take the wheel and crash their car into a neighbor's yard. Cops told the media that a witness said he watched the car smash into a mailbox. The driver then grabbed his young son from the car and ran from the scene. Police found the crashed car on the side of the road, multiple open bottles of alcohol inside. Police then looked up the license plate. Ooh, you can do that? and tracked the information to a house about a half-mile down the road. When cops arrived at the home of John Edwin Harris, they said the 53-year-old was driving his wife's car down the driveway. He told the police that he allowed his 5-year-old son to drive the car and that the child jerked the steering wheel, crashed into the neighbor's mailbox, into the yard. Oh, my God. Anyway, Sue Howe lived at the house where the mailbox was destroyed and said that her late husband installed the mailbox made from metal and concrete when they first moved into the house 45 years ago, and now the mailbox has been obliterated.
Oh, poor mailbox.
That is terrible. That is awful. And she's getting destroyed, and they'll build those super mailboxes. So if someone like leans out of a window and tries to take a baseball bat and smash their mailbox, it'll like break their forearms. Have you seen those stories?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
That's awesome.
They'll build like these mailboxes that are like indestructible. And if someone tries to like take a baseball bat to them, that it'll injure the person. That's how seriously these mailboxes are built.
Jeez.
Hey, you know what I got to do? I got to call Sheriff Grady Judd. I'm intrigued by this story, and it's a shame that Fester's not here, because I would possibly think Fester might be the main suspect in this situation.
Oh, I thought the same thing when I saw this story.
What am I talking about?
It has to do with dumping.
Yeah, illegal dumping.
Are they cracking down?
Oh, yeah. So there's a big problem out. I guess it's in Lake Wales. Hang on. I'm going to call Grady Judd. He said we can call him anytime. Hang on. Let me dial up the Gradester. 863. All right. Calling up Grady Judd, the sheriff of Polk County. No, but Fester's been known to illegally dump. But he's in the hospital, so probably not
He's
him.
off the list, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the sheriff's...
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 86.
Yeah, maybe he's not available. Well, I'll try it one more time. But they're having this terrible problem out, I guess, in Lake Wales. And, people dump stuff everywhere. Couches, bedroom sets. I mean, you see this incessantly.
Fester is awake.
Oh, he is? Did he text you?
Yes.
I'm calling up the sheriff one more time. Hang on a minute. Hey, why is our phone hybrid acting weird? You hear that? Yeah, if we can't get the sheriff now, maybe we'll buzz him later on. Yeah, because he texted me back. He said, yeah, call me. Oh, hang on. He texted me.
Stop calling me.
Yeah, if you want to talk.
Your call has been forwarded to an...
Anyway, if you need to talk to me, call me ASAP. I got a lot of moving I need to do. I don't.
He must think you're someone else.
Yeah, I don't. Well, maybe we'll hold on. I gotta. Oh, Grady called me 6 minutes ago.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I missed a call from Grady. Hang on. Let me see if I can get him on my cell phone. Maybe he'll recognize my cell. All right. Actually, I think holding my cell phone to the microphone sounds better than our phone system sometimes.
It does.
Yeah, I think it does. He might not be. Oh, here we go.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Sheriff. So I'm using my cell phone, actually. So I've got my cell phone onto the microphone. It actually sounds pretty good. Hey, I was really intrigued by you're having a massive dumping problem where people are dumping everything in Lake Wales?
Well, no, that's just the news media. There is an area, a wooded area in a community that's got dirt roads, and people started them a little dump off the dirt roads, back off behind the palmettos, way out in the woods.
Okay.
And of course, it's like the broken windows theory. Somebody puts something there, then somebody else says, "Hey, it must be all right to put something here." So they put something there, and the next thing you know, you get a little trash pile going. So yes, there's people have dumped, apparently illegally, because we can't seem to find the owners who said it was all right. If the owner said it was all right, then it's a code problem. If not, it's an illegal dumping problem.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm looking at the pictures here, and it looks like they're starting a brand new landfill in Polk County.
Nah, it ain't that bad. we got a big county. But at the end of the day, we're going to find the people that dump some of the stuff, because once again, they dump stuff with their names on it. So it tells me that they think it's okay, but it's not. So hey, they dumped out in the woods, and we're going to dump them in the county jail. So we'll figure it out.
And listen, Fester's in the hospital because he has a flare-up of his myasthenia gravis. So he's at TGH. But Fester has been known to dump some things behind Big Lots, by the way. I just thought I'd point that out.
Well, we actually have some video, I think, of Fester in the Lake Wales area. So he's one of our prime suspects, but we don't want to pay his hospital bill, so we're going to wait till he gets out.
All right, Sheriff. Thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, brother. Take care. Have a good day.
All right, bye-bye. Look at that. I'm holding my cell phone up to the microphone. You know what? It sounds pretty good.
It did.
Yeah, not bad.
But I'm looking at the picture, and the picture looks pretty bad. I mean, I'm seeing like 3 mattresses and clothes and all kinds of junk.
Looks like
But
junk and trash.
The reason why I wanted to bring this up again is I've noticed this for years. Couch dumping, mattress dumping. When you drive along, just look at the crap you can find on the side of the road. You could actually furnish an entire home. If you drive the Tampa Bay area, let's say on a Saturday afternoon, you could probably furnish a rental home with the crap you find behind shopping centers, on the side of the road, beds, mattresses, everything. It's unbelievable, the crap that people dump. You got the MJ Morning Show on Q105. So Fester's awake, right?
He is.
All
Yeah.
right, we will call Fester in the hospital next and see what the latest is. I mean, I hope he's starting to feel better. Please. He's got a 5-day course in the hospital with this IV treatment. So, I mean, I'm hoping, man, they're supposed to release him tomorrow. Is that going to be possible? All right, we'll talk to Fester next. And then this could be the worst TV show on television now. And I guess people are complaining. Take this off immediately. If you don't know about Milf Manor.
Oh, my God.
Have you heard of this?
Sounds
thing?
amazing. No, I haven't, but I'm in.
There's a show called Milf Manor. All right, hang on. We're back in a minute on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. If you're making a move... because he's, I guess, going to go back in for testing and whatever. Fester live right now from Tampa General Hospital. Fester, how you doing this morning at 7:24?
Hey guys, how are you?
Fine, but I'm not worried about us. I'm worried about you, my friend.
I feel okay. I'm pretty weak.
All right, because last night you said you felt pretty lousy. All right, so did you sleep well overnight?
I slept okay, not great, but I feel okay. I'm a little weak this morning, but I haven't had any of my maintenance medication yet.
Right.
And a little later today, I get my fourth.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you back on the maintenance medication?
Well, at an appropriate dose. They took me off of it.
Why is your voice so weak? I mean, you're like, what's
sick?
But what's causing the weak voice?
That's what this is. Everything is weak.
But I don't recall. And folks, if you're not aware of Fester's situation, Fester has been in the hospital. He took an Uber actually to Tampa General Hospital on Tuesday morning. Fester has something called myasthenia gravis, which is an autoimmune issue. First hit him in 2011, had a little relapse in 2019, and then it's kind of been smooth sailing. And then last week, it starts coming back, and he starts taking a drug which is supposed to like help ward off the symptoms, but I guess it wasn't strong enough. So Fester found himself in the hospital, and now they're doing a 5-day IV course of some type of hemoglobin replacement deal. And so what can we expect? I mean, are you suddenly going to get 100% better and boom, you go from, black and white to color like in The Wizard of Oz? What's going to happen here?
I don't think it's 100. I think it might be, 100 over the course of a month, but not like on Monday.
Now, during the MJ Morning Show time period in 2011, when you were off the show for like a month, you were in the hospital. You were at TGH for like 3 weeks, 2 of those in the intensive care unit. And we talked to you. I don't remember you not sounding like Fester.
Well, when your jaw gets tired of talking, it's not that my voice is different. It is because my mouth isn't forming the words correctly. My jaw is tired, and it needs to rest.
Are they still telling you that you might be released tomorrow?
Maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday.
All right, because a 5-day IV course, and did you get your first course on Tuesday?
Yep.
All right, because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday's 5 days. Now, have you had your drip today, your IV today?
No, it's usually in the afternoon. It's 4 hours of time.
Oh, man.
So we block out a segment of time to do it.
All right, and then you get one tomorrow as well, right?
No, today's the last one.
Oh, today's the last one.
Is today Friday or Thursday?
Yeah, today's Friday, but if you got one Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's only 4 IVs.
It's a 5-day stay with 4 treatments.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Dude, I just want you to get better. I mean, the amount of people, let me tell you right now, the amount of people commenting via my email, mj@mjmorningshow.com, the number of people that are responding on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. We put up that photoshopped water tower, which I said was out in Polk County somewhere, that says Save Fester, like a Ferris Bueller deal. Wacky Jackie from our sales department put this thing together, and I posted it on my Instagram. People are commenting. It's unbelievable, Fester. And
wow.
How many text messages do you have now?
I mean, I haven't got to them all. I think I got over 800 of them yesterday.
Oh my God! You got what? You got over 800 text messages. You have 800 unread text messages.
The doctor is talking to me, and my phone's going bring. He's like, that must be important. It's all different people. He's like, okay. They start talking, but then it goes off again. He's like, you're pretty popular. I was like, I guess.
Yeah, Froggy's giving out your cell number on the air, for the last 2 years. And of course, a lot of people have a renewed interest, or I'm sure you're getting first-time texters.
First time, I'm getting texts from around the world.
Oh,
I
my.
had a guy from Croatia.
Listen, this is big.
Croatia.
Wait a minute. You got a text from Croatia?
Yeah, MG Morning Show is big there.
Wow. Killing it in the Croatia.
Man, highly rated, baby. So, folks, if you want to text Fester on his personal private cell number, and this is not a gimmick or a bit. I mean, Fester only has one cell phone, and he's had this number since I can remember. And if you'd like to text Fester, it's no secret. The number is
813-310-8444. You know, you don't have to rely on me to give it out, too. You can give it out as well.
It's no secret.
There's no secret.
now when I hear it when you talk, and it sounds like your jaw's like wired shut, and you're like, is that because you can't move your lips or move your jaw to talk?
The muscle just isn't moving.
Oh my God. Fester, I feel so bad for you. I just want to wave a magic wand and have you just normal and just be obnoxious.
You keep your wand to yourself right now.
Hold on. Oh, what'd you say?
You keep your wand to yourself.
Hey, Fester, tell how you feel today versus yesterday. That's always a good barometer. Is
That's
do
a
you feel
good
better
question.
or worse than yesterday?
It's varying degrees of crappy.
Right?
So none of it's good, but
I'm telling you, it sounds like you were in a bar fight in Ybor and had your jaw wired shut.
no. Right. But if I don't talk for 5 minutes, and then I talk again, I'll sound normal.
Right.
But then it'll deteriorate.
Oh, man. Oh, hey, before I let you go, because I don't want to tax you here, man, but I wish you were here to celebrate this amazing news, but maybe this will be uplifting in your hospital bed at Tampa General Hospital, Fester. Did you see that Florida is getting a second Buc-ee's location?
Mm-hmm.
Third.
Third. That was third.
Oh, did you say third?
It sounded like thorned, but it was third. Yes.
Third. Wow.
Well, hang on. I thought there's one over near, Jacksonville?
On the team, Daytona.
Yeah, the one you went to with Hadley.
Okay, so, listen, who am I to challenge Fester and the Buc-ee's facts?
Exactly.
So this is, folks, Buc-ee's, BUC-EES. This is a gas station convenience store that you've never seen anything like this. And I saw my first Buc-ee's while I was driving from San Antonio, Texas to Houston. And this is like 10 years ago. And I'm driving like in the middle of the night, and I'm driving down the interstate, whatever the hell that was, and I'm heading toward Houston. I'm maybe an hour outside of San Antonio or whatever, and I'm looking down the interstate. I'm like, oh my God, what is that glow? There's like this white glow, like a nuclear explosion on the horizon. I'm like, what is going on there? I mean, is this like some kind of middle of the night massive Texas football stadium? Is this Friday Night Lights? What is going on? And then it was a Buc-ee's. It was a Buc-ee's gas station convenience store, and this thing glowed like the sun in the middle of the night. And I didn't stop, which Fester tells me it was a big mistake because I've never been in a Buc-ee's. But I guess it's just as good as going to Disneyland or Disney World.
Better.
Better.
Especially when they scream, brisket's on the board.
Oh, so listen to this. Fester actually got in his car last year, and Fester drove a field trip with the family, just drove to Buc-ee's in Daytona?
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, kids, get in the car. We're going to a gas station.
Look, I feel a little better. You and I are going to, we're taking a Lincoln to Buc-ee's. Daytona.
Anyway, the update on this, and I know this would be very exciting. Did you know this, or am I breaking the news to you?
I did not know this, no.
Oh, man.
Hopefully it makes you feel a little better.
Ladies and gentlemen, the breaking news that Fester had not heard of. Fester, one of the biggest Buc-ee's fans on the planet. You're getting a Buc-ee's in Ocala. It'll sit just east of I-75 near Highway 326. So Ocala now, that's going to be an hour up the road.
those lucky bastards.
It's not too far for you guys to take a family trip.
All right, Fester, listen, I don't want to make you talk anymore. Fester, we're thinking about you, and maybe we'll check in with you later on before the end of the show, before we hit the weekend here on Friday. But Fester, man, I'm telling you, the outpouring for Fester is bigger than anything that Ferris Bueller saw with his illness. Yeah, save Fester, baby.
All right. If you want to call me later, try it. I don't know.
You know what? I think we need to hang a giant banner from the roof at TGH that says "Save Fester."
We need Save Fester signs at Gasparilla.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Save Fester signs at Gasparilla. Oh, man.
And then the parade goes right by TGH, so everybody, well, I mean, it's not until it's a week from now.
Oh,
but
you know what?
big boat parade.
Fester, that is brilliant. You know, we started Beads Out the Butt. The MJ Morning Show, we are the originators, much to the chagrin of the Gasparilla organizers. But you know that Beads Out the Butt still pervades? Do you know the signs are still around? And we haven't done the parade since 2012?
Yeah, they're still there.
They're all over. Oh, my God. We need to line the Gasparilla route with Save Fester signs. There we go. All right, Fester, we'll check in with you later on.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Man, I feel so
I know.
I feel so bad for him. You know what? I do think it uplifts him. I think it's good for his spirits when he gets 800 texts in like 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
So, listen, if you want to send Fester well wishes, if you want to send Fester a text, Fester's cell number is
813.
Froggy, go ahead.
813.
Yep.
310-8444.
813-310.
Yes.
8444
Yes.
for Fester's private, personal text line.
I want to wish good luck to LaFleur's gymnastics team. They're listening right now. A woman's daughter is competing in an international gymnastics competition in Orlando.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
good luck. No, this is one of our texters.
Yeah, my daughter went to LaFleur's.
Yeah.
I go to a
kid
place
did-
called La Ceilings.
La Walls. So, yeah, Chloe did LaFleur's.
Everybody goes to that place.
Hey, speaking of Chloe, I just got a message for her on WhatsApp. So she sent me a bar graph that says she's been sober for 12 days, 13 hours, 4 minutes, 11 seconds.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Do I really want to get this as a father of a 21-year-old girl in college who is doing her whole junior year over at St. Andrews in Scotland?
I mean, at least she hasn't been drinking the last 12 days.
Yeah.
No.
Keeping it real.
And how can you... Can't you drink and then put you're not drinking on your app?
Is this the dry January thing? But wait a minute. But she says she's only been sober for 12 days.
Yeah.
That means today's the 20th. Today is January 20th. That means that she drank for 8 days of Doesn't that defeat the purpose of dry January?
You're talking to the dry January woman who makes her own rules as I go along. So I think she's doing a great job.
Roxanne is participating in damp January, is what she. Hey, let me try Chloe in Scotland here. Hang on a minute. 911-447947. All right. Let me try. Hopefully I dial. There's like 12,000 digits here. Come on, give me that international ring. Come on. Up, just like that. Thank God. All right. What time is it? 5 hours up, so it's...
Hello?
Hey, Chloe, it's Daddy.
Hi.
Why did you send me a bar graph that says that you are now 12 days, 13 hours, 4 minutes, 11 seconds sober? Alcohol-free?
Because I am.
Wow.
So
impressive.
Listen, Daddy doesn't want to see this from his vulnerable 21-year-old daughter at college, okay?
But I thought...
I don't want to believe that you're drinking.
Can you call yourself Dad instead of Daddy? It's kind of weird.
All right, whatever.
Daddy.
Okay.
Are you doing the dry January deal?
No, this is like a forever kind of thing. Well, not really forever.
Forever?
But like, we'll see how long it goes. I just wanted to like kind of clean out my body. Like, I'm gonna start studying for the LSAT soon.
I mean, listen, I'll get to that in a second.
You're 21.
Now, she's an athlete. I mean, she was a D1 soccer player recruited at the University of New Hampshire. And then you took a leave from New Hampshire to do your whole junior year at St. Andrews, and you were a walk-on. St. Andrews has like 3 or 4 women's soccer teams over in Scotland, and Chloe's a walk-on, and immediately she's on the number 1 top team, plays every game, every minute, and
Drinks like a
hold
fish.
on. Did you just say bro?
I said, bruh, 'cause I'm with my teammate right now who's sitting next to me laughing at you. All saints are we?
Bruh. God, I hate when my kids call me bruh. I'm not your bruh.
Call me daddy.
They call me daddy.
Cool.
All right.
That was right.
All right, Chloe. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon, okay? Oh, and then when do you start studying for the LSATs?
Within the next couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah, good luck with that. That's
Yeah,
going to be
have fun.
fun. All right, sweetie. Yep.
Wait, but you're proud of me, right?
Of course
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And that's why I said
what
she
matters.
shared that accomplishment with you.
You're 21 and you're already having to take a break from alcohol?
Okay, Froggy.
I mean-
we'll discuss this later.
All right, Chloe, love you. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, wait. Let my friend Vic say hi. She loves your show.
All right.
Hi.
Hi, Vic.
Hey, Vic. Hey. Oh, this is Chloe's friend, Vic.
Bruh.
And she's at St. Andrews as well. And you're actually an Annapolis Naval Academy graduate, right?
Correct.
And
Wow.
and you're at St. Andrews. You're doing like extra education, and then you're going to be an officer in the United States Navy.
Yeah, so technically I graduated from Navy and commissioned, so I am an officer now, but I'm taking a year to get my master's before actually doing any service.
That is awesome. Hey, Vic, thanks for being Chloe's friend. Thanks for being, an American. Where are you from? You're from Maryland?
I was born in California, but I live in Maryland now.
Gotcha. Anyway, this is like Chloe's good friend. Thanks, Vic. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, bye,
Later,
guys.
Vic.
All right.
Officer Vic.
Look at that. Isn't that great? So
Yeah.
she's doing extended her master's degree, and she's already a naval officer graduating from Annapolis. Isn't that fantastic?
Mhm.
Good for her. I bet you she doesn't have to worry about
I guess
drinking.
she wants to do nuclear subs. Isn't that crazy?
Sandwiches? That sounds weird. I'm not gonna
They
eat a
blow up
nuclear
when you eat them.
sub.
Or you blow up. They're just made of beans. Go ahead.
We got a lot of stuff we got to talk about. What do you know about this Milf Manor on TLC?
I know that they did the big reveal. They'd been teasing something very salacious, very insane, and then it came out in the first episode, and people were irate because it was so going against the grain of having any sort of morals, I suppose.
But people are saying this is like the worst television show ever.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, okay, TLC. What's TLC? The Learning Channel. What are you going to learn about?
The Loose Channel.
Milf Manor.
It's called. When somebody sent me this story, and a listener sent me this originally. And folks, I love getting content from listeners. You can always email me. I get stuff every day from loyal listeners, and probably a few that don't listen a whole lot. But you can email me anytime. My personal private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. And a listener earlier this week said, MJ, do you know about Milf Manor? I'm like, what is and it's a TV show on TLC. You remember they used to show like heart surgery in the morning. What's happened to that channel?
It's the midget channel now.
I mean, what?
And 1,000-Pound Sisters. It's like, and the Zip Popping channel.
So the reality show Milf Manor premiered on Sunday night.
Do you know what the big reveal was in it?
What's the show about?
Hold on. It's already been awarded the worst show in history by many viewers.
What?
Andrew, do we have any audio from Milf Manor? Do you have some audio clips?
I've got a couple of sound bites coming, but there's really nothing special about the sound bites.
What's the show about? Can I?
Yeah.
Roxanne, what the hell is this show about?
It's a new reality TV show. They've got 8 attractive mothers embarking on a chance to find love with men half their age. So really, I mean, the name, I mean, I know it's alliterative, Milf Manor, but it should be more like Cougar Manor or something because it sounds like just older women looking for younger guys,
But
right?
Did you tell me there are some storylines where...
Oh, yeah, I told you that.
Where do you know what I'm going to say?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There's apparently a storyline where a mother has her son on the show and he's dating one of the other women on the show?
Multiple sons.
What? Oh, my God.
That's what the first episode revealed. That was the big reveal, is that the men half their age included their sons. So the middle-aged women are looking for love. They're watching these other MILFs go after their own sons.
It's a little incestuous.
The mother's on the show and the son is on the show also dating other women on the show.
Yes.
Milf Manor.
Yes.
I mean, my God, what has happened to the Learning Channel? What's happened to TLC?
And how can they get away with that these days? I can't imagine you could get away with calling somebody a MILF.
You know what? Let's go to phones here quickly. Has anyone watched this thing? Can I get an unvarnished review from you, the MJ Morning Show listener? Have you watched this MILF Manor, this new dating show, which people are calling the worst thing ever on television? 800-990-1047 if you've seen this show. If you'd like to comment, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Let me just read a blurb here. This is from The Guardian. The reality show MILF Manor, which premiered Sunday night, has already picked up more awards than some programs will ever enjoy. Various Twitter users have anointed it the most disgusting show, the worst show, the darkest thing I've ever seen on television.
Dark? What's
just the creepiness.
Oh, my God. There's no denying that the overlying concept is rather horrifying. 8 mothers descend on a Mexican villa, all single and ready to mingle with an octet of 20-something men who happen to be their sons. The program's Oedipal twist emerges in the beginning of the first episode.
That was Oedipal as in Oedipus complex, not edible twist.
No, as in Oedipal as in Oedipus complex. 100% right.
So weird.
And what is the converse of the Oedipus complex?
Daddy issues?
Well, it's called the Electra complex.
Oh, the Electra. Okay.
Didn't you take psychology?
I forgot what it was. I just Electra complex means daddy issues.
I've got my PhD in psychology. I just never use it. No, I'm kidding. Hang on. Let me go to phones and then we got to move on. I'm not going to dwell on this, but
can I dwell on something really quickly about it?
Go ahead.
Okay,
and dwell.
Dwell away.
Some of the people we're going to hear from Christine and some others here.
Oh my God!
But
Roxanne has fallen in the dwell. Roxanne, come out of the dwell. All right.
I want to talk to you from the dwell about this. Most of the sons were...
I can put you in the dwell. You want to be in the dwell?
Yes, I want to be in the dwell.
All right. You are now in the dwell.
Most of the sons were so visibly uncomfortable and they were just like cringing that they had to interact with the moms like this. And people were saying it just got so weird and it would have been better if it was actually just young guys and didn't have ties to the moms.
Oh, wow.
And they did some sort of chest exercise, too. I couldn't concentrate with being in the well, by the way.
Do me a favor, Andrew. Just give me a sound. I just want to hear. I realize that Andrew says that the sound bites are not that salacious, but let me just hear what it sounds like. Then we'll grab a couple of phone calls. Christine, Lisa, Susan. Guess we got some MILF Manor watchers. Go ahead and hit the audio button. Let me hear it, Andrew.
My name is April Jane, and I am in...
My God, put down the camels.
My name is April. My name is April Jane. I smoke 3 packs of Camel a day.
My name is Magda.
I've got a hole in my throat where they had to do a laryngectomy.
Wow. I roll that from the beginning. Go ahead.
My name is April Jane, and I am in my 50s. I'm a vintage... rare find.
Yeah.
I live in Studio City, California.
I look like Magda.
3 amazing boys. I don't think any of my sons realize that I have an extremely high libido. Hold on.
Oh my
God. Actually, am I saying I have an extremely high libido? Should I just have said high libido?
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm very, very attracted to you.
I look like Magda from Something About Mary.
Last time they had to use oyster shuckers and rubber gloves.
Anybody have some hair gel?
Oh.
Her son is going to have so much counseling after listening to his mom say extremely high libido on national television.
Oh, my God. Hey, Christine in Lakeland. Hi. Christine, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's like totally disgusting. I think the youngest son on there is 20 years old.
Oh, man. So you've watched this, Christine?
Yes, I did.
20?
All right,
20 years old?
Is it one of the most horrifying things you've ever seen on television?
Yeah, I love the reality shows. That one is like kind of creepy, you know? Like I said, literally one of them is, the youngest son is 20 years old on there.
Hooking up with 50-something-year-old ladies?
Yeah, totally grossed out.
All right, thank you, Christine. Appreciate it. Let's grab Lisa in Trinity. Hey, Lisa, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, good morning.
All right, you have a review of Milf Manor on TLC?
Oh my God, it was absolutely disgusting. I started watching it, and first of all, I was totally blown away when I found out that it was the sons of these women. And then when they did the whole chest touching thing, I was like, okay.
Hold on. All right, so I heard the caller say, chest exercises or whatever.
That was me who said
that.
Oh,
you said that.
Yeah,
all right.
I don't know what
all
they're referring to. It's just a comment I read.
So hold on. So now tell me about the chest touching.
So they lined up all of I'm going to call them boys because in my opinion, that's what they were. And they would blindfold the women one at a time, and they had to pick out their own son by touching his chest, his arms, his face out of the entire lineup.
That sounds horrendous.
It was just, it was so creepy.
Hi, this is Linda Richmond. I'm on Milf Manor.
My name's Amanda
I was
Jade.
like, I cannot watch this anymore.
How do you feel about Virginia
making my
Slims?
skin crawl.
Say the last thing.
It was making my skin crawl.
Unbelievable. All right, Lisa, thanks for checking in. Look at this.
So if you're doing the chest rub and you're the mom and you're like, and you know right away, that must mean that you feel up your son often. Or if you don't know right away, that means there's going to be more video of you, B-roll of you feeling them up. And it's
I
just
recognize these nipples.
Stop it, Froggy.
That's my boy.
Stop it, Froggy. This show is like a nightmare. Susan's in Tampa. Hey, Susan, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hi. How are you guys?
We're well. We're just trying to wade through this Milf Manor story.
Oh, my God. I was so disgusted. There is one woman on there. She is an attention seeker. It looks like she will go with anybody that's a guy. And they put the mothers and the sons in the hotel rooms together. They each have their own room. And this woman on the first night is trying to sneak one of the other boys in her room while her son is in the room.
Oh, my God.
It's just sick. It's just, and I love reality. I love TLC. I watch 90 Day Fiancé, but that show is sick. It made me nauseous. I think it's pedophilic. Those boys are 20, 21, 22. I think the oldest one might be 23, and they look like little boys.
Yeah,
I
pedophilic.
I don't even know how.
Who the hell?
Pedophilic and incestuous.
Listen, sweetheart, I auditioned for Incest Island and I didn't make it. So me and my son came here.
To Milf Manor.
Yeah.
And who would be attracted to a little boy like that if you're in your 50s? I'm in my 50s, and that's the last person I would be attracted to.
Ma'am, are the women attractive on the show for real? Because that woman sounded like Magda.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are attractive. Some of them are really, really overdone, like that blonde that snuck that kid in her room the first night. She's like really, really overdone and really thinks she's all that.
All right, Susan, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Man, we are getting like a violent reaction from our listeners to this show. All right, let me grab two more calls. Oh, we have one guy calling in. Let me grab Angela. Angela is also in Tampa. Angela, MJ Morning Show. We're talking about Milf Manor.
Hi, how are you?
We're well. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's disgusting. Being a mom, I'm 45 years old. I have two sons. One is 21, one is 24. I've seen the show. It's disgusting. I would have taken one of them women down. We would quit immediately. It was so disgusting.
Wow. I mean, this is just repetitive. I mean, it is one woman after another is saying that this is like the worst, most disgusting thing they've ever seen on television.
It should be cougar.
I cannot imagine a woman my age hitting on my son. Oh, it would just be horrible. The worst thing in the world to see.
Oh, my God. Angela, thanks for the call.
I want to change the name of the show because isn't a MILF, isn't that that's just a mom, right? It's like a hot mom.
A hot mom.
A hot mom, right?
Well, listen.
So let's change it.
You do know what the acronym stands for.
Of course I do.
All right,
Of course I do. That's,
just checking.
Yeah. That's not
I didn't know how far you were down in that well, Roxanne.
It's not on the mom that she's getting called a MILF. That's just the name of it. But it should be changed to Cougar Cottage.
Cougar Cottage. All right. How about disgusting den? All right. One more call. First guy on this, Tim is in Tampa. Hey, Tim, MJ Morning Show. You have the last word on Milf Manor on TLC.
Hey, MJ. Good morning. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I work on MacDill. I'm a veteran, and that show was very appalling. I watch a lot of reality shows with my wife, and then I watched that whole episode, and to me, it's very appalling. I mean, just to think that women like that, and that being their age, and seeing their sons up there, right there, they should have just said, hell no. They should have walked out. You know, that's disgusting, especially that blonde, that one previous lady was saying. She needs to get psychological help.
Now, are you going to watch another episode? Or are you done with watching episode 1? I mean, is this like a train wreck that you can't look away from?
Yes, it's a total train wreck, MJ.
All right, but the question is, are you going to watch the next episode, I guess, on Sunday night?
No, I'm not. I'm done with that show. I mean, that show needs to be boycotted.
All right. Thanks for the call.
Boycott.
Tim, thanks for checking in. My God, what a visceral reaction from our listeners on this show. And then the social media on this is nuts. You look at like the comments on Twitter because they posted a clip on Twitter, promoting this from the TLC, and the reactions from people on Twitter are unbelievable.
What if it was reversed and it was dads and their daughters were on it with them?
My God. Look, I'm going to share with you some of the tweets. So TLC puts out from TLC Network, a verified Twitter account, big reveal, meet the men, a.k.a. the sons, looking for love with older women, Milf Manor. What did you think of the twist in last night's premiere? Let us know in the replies. And people are responding, cancel this show now. It's
Wow, I got to see it.
I mean, it's exponential cringe. It's disgusting. And whoever greenlighted this should be instantly fired. I mean,
how did this happen? If it's that bad.
It's disgusting. I mean, I've got, seriously, page after page of Twitter comments that I printed out.
It's only making me want to watch it more.
Oh, my God.
But seriously, I want to explore this thought of if it was guys. MJ, okay, picture some parallel universe, and you're on this show.
Yeah.
And you and the other guys.
I'm a DILF.
You and the other guys.
By the way,
dads.
do you know what happens when Michelle's phone rings and it's me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm in Michelle's address book as DILF. DILF.
Okay, so you're a DILF, an older DILF on this show, and they bring in women half your age, and one of them is Chloe in this parallel universe, and the other dads are trying to date her. I mean,
oh my God,
that is. I would smash the cameras with a sledgehammer. I'd be arrested. But who are the people that would agree to this?
Well, who? You are talking about executives at the network?
No, I'm talking about the contestants, the people on the show.
Everybody.
I know that there are people that just crave attention, and I just don't understand. This is terrible.
Are they really? Do we think it's real, or are they really related to these kids, or is it fake?
Listen, it's a good question. I mean, are these real people? Are these actors that are? I don't know. But, folks, you just heard violent reactions from our listeners.
I'm being corrected. They're not cougars necessarily by their age range.
Pumas?
They're jaguars. So it
Jaguars?
would be Jaguar Junkyard.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I can't keep track of like the age range on what's a cougar, what's a puma, what's a jaguar, what's an alley cat.
Yeah.
I don't.
An alley cat.
We got to move on here. Hey, I've got another wedding story. Remember yesterday we did the wedding story?
Yeah, the bride being outshone by the people getting engaged.
Yeah, yesterday we had a story about a wedding deal where the bride was livid because the bride's sister, in the middle of their wedding, was proposed to by her boyfriend and like kind of stole the spotlight. So I've got another wedding story. Hey, another day, another wedding story. And I'm just curious what people's reaction is to this. First, though, let me just give you the Q105 Trip a Day song. The Trip a Day song to win a Busch Gardens Tampa staycation, including a 2-night hotel stay, is Under Pressure with Queen and David Bowie. We'll play it in the 12 noon hour today. When you hear it, be the 7th caller, and you will win the Q105 Trip a Day. All right, so good luck. You ready for when it was time to kiss the bride?
Mm-hmm.
It was this slobbery, tongue hockey French kiss.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Now, is that acceptable? Well, I mean, what do you think? At a wedding, is a French kiss, is that an acceptable thing? Or should it...
You know what's funny? I was thinking about this the other day because my kids were watching Grease. And at the beginning, Sandy and Danny are kissing.
Oh, no. Now your kid's going to become obsessed with Grease.
Oh, Sandy.
From Titanic to Grease now.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Like, does he have a car? Isn't that the next line?
Yes,
of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. So I was like, they're 5 and 3, and they've never seen anybody French kiss before. So when you think about a wedding, if there are
you let your kid, your daughters are 5 and 2.5,
right?
And you let them
Or
watch.
3, yeah.
Your other daughter's 3 now.
Mhm.
When did that happen? All right,
Over the holidays.
So you're letting them watch the French kissing scene in Greece?
Yeah, it's fine.
There's a
It's
French
fine.
kissing scene? When did they French kiss?
I mean,
was it
at the
under the dock?
What about the guy in
At the
the
beginning.
steam room shower? What about that guy, Frankie Valli or whatever? You let him watch
Beauty
that?
School Dropout.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right. Beauty school
Beauty
dropout.
school dropout.
That's right.
They don't copy Frenchie for nothing.
No, but what are your thoughts? I mean, do you think it's appropriate at a wedding for
At a
there
wedding,
to,
yeah.
for there to be a big sloppy French kiss when it's time to kiss the bride?
I think if a couple is going to do that, I think the couple, like, oh, here's Frank and Susie. We know they're going to like make out and tongue it up when they say kiss the bride. Like, I think people in the crowd would have a sense of that, but I have seen where people are just really offended and grossed out by that, especially if kids are there. But then again, I can see the other side of it, that they just said you can kiss the bride, so kiss her how you want to.
I say just do it on the altar.
All right. I don't. Should we take calls on this, or what do you think?
I'm curious.
All right. I'll grab a couple. I'm going to limit it to like 3 or 4 phone calls. What are your thoughts of a deep French kiss, a sloppy French kiss?
So it's with tongue.
Yes, that's the point. So they're talking about it was a long in the Reddit discussion. The initial thread, it started with, "Is this gross? This shouldn't happen. What are your thoughts?" Went to a wedding recently, and when it was time to kiss the bride, it was a fully involved tongue hockey situation and slobbery French kiss. Is that acceptable? Do you want to see that at a wedding? Grab a couple of calls on this. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Or if you've been to a wedding and there's been an awkward moment at the kiss, or if you witnessed something similar, is this something you want to see? Is it sort of out of bounds? Is it not appropriate? Is it uncouth? All right, 800-990-1047. Should there be deep French kissing at a wedding when it's time to kiss the bride? 800-990-1047. What are you laughing at over there?
Because I'm already getting, it's a polarizing topic, apparently, because I'm getting people saying it's just not classy and it's awkward. I don't want to see that. And then others are saying, honestly, who cares? It's your wedding. Do what you want to do.
What if they stand face to face really close and just flick their tongues together? Like,
Froggy, do you have to be that?
Just do it for a minute.
What if they Eskimo kiss? Is that a thing anymore? Are you allowed to say that?
Eskimo.
That's when you
that's
rub
when
your noses
wieners.
together. No, you rub your noses together.
I thought it was wiener.
Will you stop it, Froggy? Knock it off. Sorry. All right, let me grab some. How about Erica? Erica's in Tampa. Erica, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ. How are you?
We're doing well. So have you ever been to a wedding with an uncomfortable kiss, or what are your thoughts?
I have not, and I think it's disgusting, but it's their wedding at the end of the day. If that's how they want to start their marriage, let them start their marriage like that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense because, it's just let them do what they want to do. And I guess it gives the guests something to talk about.
Right. Makes it interesting. When I did my marriage prep, the priest, I got married in the Catholic Church, and the priest actually told us that we had to keep it pretty mild.
Oh, wow. Is that is that standard procedure? Is that like part of the protocol?
Yeah, because it's considered
Maybe
sacrilegious
there's
if you
been
get
awkward situations in the past.
All right, so how did the priest put it? What was his language? How did he break it to you?
Oh, I don't remember, but just, there were all these rules, like, I couldn't have a strapless dress, and my bridesmaids had to be covered up, and then the kiss had to be appropriate, basically.
Wow. Jeez. And Erica, how's that marriage holding up?
It's wonderful. 3.5 years and 2 babies already.
Oh,
Wow,
awesome.
get to work.
Awesome. Thank you, Erica. Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right. Amanda's in Plant City. Amanda, do you want to see a big sloppy wet kiss at a wedding?
I really don't think that matters. And I don't know why people would get so upset about that in front of kids because of everything our kids are subjected to.
Yeah, like Milf Manor.
Everywhere you go, I mean, there's a million things worse that our kids are seeing out in the world today. So a kiss, I'm not too concerned about the kiss.
Amanda, when's the last wedding that you attended?
Oh, gosh. It's probably been a couple years.
All right. Have you ever seen a deep, prolonged French kiss when the vows were completed?
No, I don't believe so. But I know when my husband and myself got married, we did a pretty good kiss. Now, it wasn't like anything crazy, but it was not just a peck on the lips.
All right.
And we've been married for 15 years.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks for listening. Danny is in Clearwater. Danny, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Danny.
Good morning. How are you?
We are well. All right, Danny, you're the last call on this. Go ahead.
It's the bride and groom's wedding. They should be allowed within reason to kiss the way they want. I pretty much agree with everyone else. It's their wedding, and the kids see much worse than that on public TV. So I don't see where it would affect anyone other than those that object to it. But it's not their wedding. So the bride and groom should be allowed to do what they want, again, within reason, at their own wedding.
All right. Got you loud and clear. Thank you, buddy.
What's church tongue? Because that's what people are texting me. The wedding singer.
Church?
Something about church tongue in the wedding singer.
The only thing from the wedding singer that I remember is, "Sir, you better shut up, or I'm going to strangle you with my microphone cord." That's like the.
It's a funny movie.
It's like the only thing I remember from the wedding
Julia
singer.
Gulia.
Yeah. Listen, hey. Just asking the question because I stumbled across this Reddit subgroup about weddings and French kisses and are they appropriate? We got to talk about Alec Baldwin for just a few minutes here And then I saw a TV commercial for a new drug, a new prescription drug. You know what it's like. You watch TV, and every day it seems there's a new prescription drug commercial with some kind of crazy name that, I don't know, they just, it's like they just put all the Scrabble tiles into a bag and they just pulled out letters and, hey, that's the name of our brand new drug.
That has to be the way they do it.
Oh, I think that's exactly how they do it. All right, so the details on Alec Baldwin are as follows. He could do like up to 5 years in prison. Alec, you ready to do some hard time, buddy?
No.
Oh,
No.
All right, who saw any of the audio bites from the district attorney or the special prosecutor in the Alec Baldwin matter?
I saw some of the video when they were interrogating him initially when he didn't know that she'd passed.
All right,
and then they told him that she did.
This goes back to October of 2021, the horrific tragedy on the set of this low-budget Western that they were shooting in Santa Fe County in New Mexico called Rust. Alec Baldwin in the Western. Alec Baldwin also one of the executive producers on the movie, and Helena Hutchins was the cinematographer. And she was killed when a prop gun was loaded with a live bullet, which, how the hell does that happen?
Yeah, how did they figure that out?
No, they don't know how the live ammo got on the set.
No, nobody's still copping to that, huh?
Isn't that the most important thing here? How did the live ammunition get on a movie set where you shouldn't have live ammunition within 10 miles of the movie set?
Didn't they figure out that they were like on breaks? They were all going and shooting at stuff for fun?
They said it was very unsafe.
There were reports of that, but I haven't heard that again. So I don't know whether that was confirmed or not, but I heard the prosecutor say yesterday that they still have not determined how the live ammunition got on the set. So a live round ended up in Alec Baldwin's gun, a .45 caliber revolver, and it was not supposed to be in the gun, nowhere near the set. Also, some additional, I think there were 6 rounds of live ammo that were on like the prop master's cart, on the armorer's cart. And then even with his whole Western getup that he was wearing, he had like the leather belt with the holster. And, on those old belts, you'll have even the little notches for the bullets to like stick the bullets in the belt. Apparently there was even in the prop belt, they found a live round.
Something's fishy about that. What?
The whole damn thing, it doesn't make sense. And what they're saying is, they're throwing the book at Alec Baldwin and the armorer, this, what's her name? Hannah Gutierrez Reed.
Right.
Hannah Gutierrez Reed is the armorer.
Whose father is one of the most famous armorers in the biz.
100% right. So the father of this Hannah Gutierrez Reed is one of the most well-known armorers, has done tons of movies, and the daughter was learning the trade from the father. Well, obviously she didn't learn everything, like make sure there are no live rounds on the set.
Dad, you forgot to tell me that part.
My God. I mean, the poor Helena Hutchins and the husband, the widower, and the child that they had. I mean, it's a terrible story. So both Alec Baldwin and the armorer, this young 20-something-year-old Hannah Gutierrez Reed, in charge of the guns and the props, and that's a business. Movie companies, they hire these so-called armorers to provide the guns for a movie shoot. This is a real occupation. That's a specialized, prop.
Yeah, they want it to be safe, which backfired.
Absolutely. Now, the two of them, Alec Baldwin and the Hannah girl, they've been charged with involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts each, includes negligence, and the 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter carry up to 18 months in jail and up to a $5,000 fine for each charge. But it turns out that on the second involuntary manslaughter charge, that the prosecutors in New Mexico, they added a firearm enhancement to the charge, and that's a mandatory 5-year prison sentence. Now, Alec Baldwin seems pretty defiant. Alec Baldwin's attorney, it seems like they're going to fight this. It seems like they want to take this all the way to a jury trial, and juries are unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen.
So what would his defense be?
No, it wasn't me.
Alec Baldwin's going to take the stand, and he's going to say,
No.
That's what he's...
Alec,
No.
Anything else, Alec?
No.
Can you stop saying
No.
I hate you.
Is your wife from Spain, or is she a big fraud?
No.
I'm not
No.
I'm from Spain.
Yeah.
How do you say a cucumber?
No, but it seems that, well, Alec Baldwin is kind of arrogant to begin with.
He does come. I was thinking about that this morning. Like his whole life, he's been kind of arrogant and cocky. I like his movies, I guess, but
All right, before we move on,
is this karma?
Yeah, let me play the prosecutor. This is the DA, actually. This is the district attorney, Mary Carmack Altwies. Listen to what she said about this movie set.
3 different people, if they had only done their job, we wouldn't be standing here.
Wow.
A person died because of this negligence, because of this recklessness. The trigger had to have been pulled. So Alec is wrong.
So Alec said he never pulled the trigger, that the hammer might have been bad, never pulled the trigger. But it's even before that. There should have been no live rounds on that set.
This set was really unsafe. It was not being run well. It was not, they were not doing the things that they should have been doing in order to have a safety conscious and certainly with guns, a gun conscious movie set.
They said this set was like loosey-goosey, and again, you had so many individuals that could have double-checked. If I'm an actor, and listen, I believe in the Second Amendment, I own guns myself, but I've always practiced just extreme safety. And when I clean a gun, I check it, incessantly. It's like I've got OCD. I check the gun and clear it, and I'm just so deliberate. Anything with firearms, I'm just careful and deliberate. If I were on that movie set, I personally would want to look at the round to make sure that it was a blank, to make sure it wasn't a real round. And even in a movie, if you have a bullet that needs to look like a bullet, so you need to see like the copper bullet or the tip of the bullet, they don't load gunpowder or primer in the bullet. So that's like a prop bullet, a dummy bullet. And what they do in that case is they load BBs or like buckshot into the shell casing so you can rattle that bullet and hear that it's a dummy bullet. That's one of the ways that when they need to have what looks like a real bullet, but it's really not, that's one of the ways that they make it safe.
A couple questions. Okay, So Alec pulled the trigger, but he denied pulling the trigger.
Yeah. Well, what happened was the DA, the FBI did extensive testing on the gun, and they said they could not make the gun go off the way that Alec Baldwin described that the gun went off without pulling the trigger.
Right. So in what circumstances, on what movie sets, would you ever point a gun, even if someone had told you it wasn't loaded, and pull the trigger and have it aimed at someone?
You know, just over the weekend.
Well, hold on one sec. There are plenty of scenes where somebody points a gun at somebody and pulls the trigger, but these guns are made safe. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Frog.
I was just going to say, I watched a movie with the boys a couple weeks ago, Three Amigos, and they really should have hired the armor from that movie because that movie is nothing but shooting and guns. Not one accident.
No.
Chevy Chase, still alive. Steve Martin, still alive.
Martin Short?
Martin Short, still alive. On tour with Steve Martin. I saw him. It's awful. Don't go.
Well, what's that? Oh, wait. You saw Steve Martin and Martin Short on tour?
Yes, I did. And
where was it? Like a Mahaffey or something?
Yeah, it was at
Ruth Eckerd. Where was it?
It was at Ruth Eckerd.
Oh, was it Ruth Eckerd?
And it was off.
When was this?
Oh my God! When we were on break from the show,
this is
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like over Christmas or something.
And Steve Martin came out with a banjo and started playing. I'm like, boo! Tell jokes.
All right, now Steve Martin and Martin Short, they're in that TV show. What is it? Only Murders in the Building?
Yeah, that's supposed to be really, really good.
It
and
is.
then Meryl Streep is joining the cast in season 3. That's on my watch list.
It's on my. I have not seen it yet, but it is on my watch list. I mean, at this point, there's so much television. There's so much streaming stuff. I've got a list that I don't know that if I can really complete everything in the rest of my life.
Because you just need to watch movies. Watch the movie, 2 hours, you're done.
No, I do. We watch a lot of movies. Like this weekend, I'm a SAG-AFTRA member.
I know.
So I have a SAG-AFTRA card because, listen, I had to. It's not like by choice. But when I worked in New York twice, I had to be a SAG-AFTRA member. And so I get all the movie screeners or all the digital access for the FYCs, the 4-year considerations. So I've got to watch tons of movies and TV in the next month in order to vote for the SAG-AFTRA Awards. So Michelle and I are going to start. The list just came out.
Was that your excuse?
No,
I got to do it for my SAG card. I
No,
gotta watch everything.
No, because it's a great way to watch a lot of the good movies from last year.
Thanks for sharing those movies with us, by the way.
I'm not allowed to. I can lose my membership. I can't share them with you.
Boy, lose membership? You're going to do the SAG membership?
They make that very clear that you
what a rule follower
you can't share you can't share the DVD screeners, but they're getting more and more away from the DVD screeners. It's more you log in and you've got a special pin to watch the digital download.
You better forward that email to me, buddy.
I'm not forward. No, you're not getting my code.
I could be a SAG.
They threaten you.
Man, you're such a weenie. You're not even an actor. It's not like you're Channing Tatum who's going to remake Ghost.
Hey, did you see Jeffrey Dahmer's stepmother, Sherry, is dead at 81? Speaking of TV, and that whole Netflix Jeffrey Dahmer thing was huge. One of the most watched Netflix series ever.
Didn't that guy win an award?
Well, he's up for an award. It's
a Golden Globe?
Well, we've already seen it. Maybe he did win. I don't pay attention to the Golden Globes, but it is on the list. So Dahmer is nominated for the SAG-AFTRA Awards. But the point is, Sherry Dahmer, 81 years old, passed away on January 13th at a nursing home in Seville, Ohio.
Man.
The stepmother of infamous serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer. And I don't know if this is appropriate, but at the funeral home, they put her head in the fridge in the break room.
Yeah, and all the drinks they gave out had weird suds on top of them.
What's this floating on top? Oh, just drink it.
That's just soap. Don't worry. Okay.
All right, I'm clearly not telling the truth. Her head was not put in the fridge in the break room at the funeral home in Seville, Ohio.
Since we're talking about entertainment and movies and dead people, Froggy just brought it up a moment ago.
Yeah.
Ghost and Channing Tatum. Now, this to me is a little sacrilegious with him saying that he's going to play Patrick Swayze's character in the remake of Ghost. Channing Tatum is, because I feel like the only way Ghost should or could ever be remade is if they did Patrick Swayze as a hologram like they do Tupac.
Wait a sec.
You don't know about this?
No, they're really remaking Ghost?
Channing Tatum says he wants to.
Hold on.
I think he's going to produce it and he's going to star in it.
Where do you see this?
I just read it.
Yeah.
I read it this morning.
Why? You do not need to remake the movie Ghost.
That's what I'm saying. And if you do, it has to be with Patrick Swayze's
I'm going to remake
hologram.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah, it's a very bold move.
I'm going to remake Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
And Chan, I hope you're listening, because if you hire anybody else to play the Get Off My Train Ghost, we're done.
Anyway,
because I will audition right now. Ready?
All right, go ahead.
Hang on.
You can watch Froggy at MJTV.
Get off my train!
All right, send that to Chan. That's my audition.
All right, and print it.
And everybody knows I look like that guy.
He does.
I am basically him.
And of course, you went to high school with Channing Tatum because he went to Tampa Catholic.
Yes, my good pal, Chan.
He has no idea who you are anymore. Yes.
Dare you?
No,
Chan,
get off my train.
I'm available anytime.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be right on the phone to you.
I'm expecting a text anytime.
Yeah. I got to talk about this new prescription drug commercial that I saw. It's a drug called Qvivic. Have you seen this thing?
Q-Vivic.
Like I said, it's
a
spelled.
Scrabble. It's a Scrabble word.
That's what I said earlier. So the drug is Q-U-V-I-V-I-Q.
Okay.
Q-Vivic.
Are there so many drugs that they all have to have like 13, 14 letters in the name too? Like, can't you just have a drug called Paz?
That's how it is.
That's not a word. Paz isn't a word. Make a drug called Paz.
Well, there's something called Pez.
Yeah, you're going to start popping Pez.
Pez, So this Q-Vivic, it sounds like I said earlier, that these pharmaceutical companies now, they're just buying a game of Scrabble. And they're taking all the letter tiles, they're putting them in a bag, they're shaking the damn thing up, and they're just pulling out letters, and they're just saying, oh, that's the name of our new drug. All right, so listen to this commercial. I want you to listen to a little bit of it. It's called Q-Vivic.
I've always had trouble falling asleep and staying asleep. Insomnia. But then I found Q-Vivic, an FDA-approved medication for adults with insomnia. And I'm glad I found it.
All right, so the drug is a new insomnia drug, Q-Vivic.
That music in the background sounds like he's going to kill someone. Doesn't it?
It's like psycho stalker music.
American Psycho.
It does. You're right. All right. So then the disclaimer comes on, and in some of these commercials, all of the contraindications, the disclaimers, the side effects, sometimes that's longer than the actual rest of the commercial itself. But a couple of things stood out here.
Do not take Q-Vivic if you have narcolepsy. Don't drink alcohol while taking Q-Vivic or drive or operate heavy machinery until you feel fully alert. Q-Vivic may cause temporary inability to move or talk or hallucinations while falling asleep or waking up. Q-Vivic may cause sleepiness during the day. Q-Vivic may lead to doing activities while not fully awake that you don't remember the next day, like walking, driving, and making or eating food.
What?
What? Sign me up. Okay.
Did you hear that?
The beginning, she also said it'll make you freeze and you can't talk. Like you're just walking down the street and it's like...
Yeah. Hey, give me some of this Q-Vivic. I can't wait. All right, we got to go this one by one. The side effects of this drug. I'd rather have the freaking insomnia for crying out loud.
Yeah, please.
I'll stay up all night.
Here we go.
Do not take Q-Vivic if you have narcolepsy. Don't drink alcohol while taking Q-Vivic or drive or operate heavy machinery.
Okay, so don't drive, no heavy machinery. If you have narcolepsy, don't take it.
You feel fully alert. Q-Vivic may cause temporary inability to move or talk or hallucinations while falling asleep or waking.
All right, wait a minute. It might like you freeze.
Yeah,
inability to move and talk.
Yes. And listen to the music in the background. Now we've shifted to more of like a cha-cha as we're going through all these horrific side effects.
But the most fascinating part.
Q-Vivic may cause sleepiness during the day. Q-Vivic may lead to doing activities while not fully awake that you don't remember the next day, like walking, driving, and making or eating food.
Walking?
Did I walk or
and
eat
driving?
Yesterday? Did I drive?
Q-Vivic may lead to doing activities while not fully awake that you don't remember the next day, like walking, driving, and making or eating food.
And she says it like that's okay.
It's like ambient.
Like, oh, it's just a side effect.
And that's the other point I was going to make. So Froggy says it's like Ambien. Yeah. This sounds like Ambien just renamed Q-Vivic. Because Ambien, that was causing people to do crazy crap. In fact, Joey B.
Yeah, he would wake up with like ham sandwiches and mustard all over.
No, lasagna.
And he would make pasta.
He made lasagna in the middle of the night in his sleep. And then he's got like a whole Pyrex lasagna pan in his bed.
Doesn't even know why.
He's got like ragu jars, pasta boxes in his bed in the middle of the night while he was on Ambien. He was cooking full Italian dinners in the middle of the night. No recollection of it.
I made garlic bread, bro.
He'd wake up and he's like, oh my God, am I bleeding? No, it's lasagna.
I'm covered in blood. Oh, it's regular.
I've been stabbed. No, it's tomato sauce.
There's a horse head in my bed. Oh, it's lasagna.
I have a friend who did the same thing, and she would wake up in the middle of the night. It's kind of gross, but she would wake up in the night, and she was eating this one particular item and not knowing it. She was eating boxes upon boxes of Nutri-Grain bars in the middle of the night. So she didn't know. So she would be at work the next day and get to a certain time of day, and she would have to run to the bathroom because of all the fiber. And it took her a while to figure out what was happening, but it was the Nutri-Grain bars.
She was, oh. Thank God she wasn't chugging a Miralax when she was asleep.
But Q-Vivic, it sounds like they're just picking up where Ambien left off.
With
I mean, the same stuff.
bad side effects.
You know, you'll sleep eat, you'll sleep cook, we won't remember this.
Sleep drive.
But the way that lady, the disclaimer, it sounds like those are acceptable things. Like, okay, these are some of the things that can happen. So you just have to, weigh your pros and cons. You want to get a good night's sleep?
How about
you might drive your car while you're asleep.
How about sleep murder? You know, you might that was
That's happened.
That has. People have made that excuse that they were on like Ambien and they killed somebody in their sleep and they don't remember it.
Well, wasn't Tiger Woods on Ambien during one of his did they ever figure that out?
I think that was suggested that he was on medication like that.
Or maybe not that, maybe not the wreck, but prior to that when he got a DUI, I thought there was Ambien involved.
Wow.
Do not take Q-Vivic if you have narcolepsy. Don't drink alcohol while taking Q-Vivic or drive or operate heavy machinery until you feel fully alert. Q-Vivic may cause temporary inability to move or talk or hallucinations while falling asleep or waking.
I want to know about this like catatonic like freezing. Is it like what is that stone syndrome? That stone man?
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Q-Vivic may cause sleepiness during the day. Q-Vivic may lead to doing activities while not fully awake that you don't remember the next day, like walking, driving, and making or eating food. Worsening depression, including suicidal thoughts, may occur. Most common side effects are headaches and sleepiness.
Okay, so guess what?
Yeah.
Most common side effects, sleepiness. I'm already sleepy because I have insomnia and I stay up all night. I think I'll just stick with that.
Jeez. Let me grab line 6. Anonymous is calling in from Tampa. Hey, Anonymous, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
We are well. So you have a story about, a sleeping medication?
Yes, it's not the one that the new one you're talking about, but my husband used to have really bad insomnia, and his doctor prescribed Ambien, and he started to do really bizarre things, awake, but he was asleep. But the most horrific thing is that I got home from work and he fall asleep. He was squatting on the kitchen. He relieved himself and he fall asleep squatting. And I got home.
He's squatting on the kitchen floor, going to the bathroom, and he fell asleep while squatting?
Yes, and he did not remember, and it was horrific because can you imagine just walking home? You're working, you go home, and then you find your husband squatting, sleeping, and there's he went to the bathroom, and I was like, what in the world is going on?
Yeah, wait, I have questions.
Yeah.
So he's squatting, squatting like a catcher, like a baseball catcher.
Yeah.
And he went, what did he
went
do?
To the bathroom.
What?
Yeah, he pulled out his pants and everything, and he doesn't remember. And it took me like a good,
Froggy, I don't care if he went number 1 or number 2.
It makes a big difference. What are you talking about? What was it, ma'am?
But the most thing, it was he stayed like that for like a good hour. Like I could not.
Wait a minute, he was frozen in a squatting position, asleep for an hour on your kitchen floor?
And who knows for how long he was like that. Like, I was not able to wake him up. He was and I told him, this is it. I don't care, you're not taking this medication.
Was that the last time that he took Ambien?
He talked to his doctor, and yeah, I believe that was the last time because, it was just crazy. Like, when I saw that, I'm like, this is it.
That's like a disclaimer for the commercial. Talk to your doctor if you're found squatting in your kitchen for 2.5 hours.
Ma'am, did you rub his nose in it like a bad dog?
Stop. Bad husband. Bad husband. Hey, Anonymous, thanks for listening.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a great weekend. Wow, look at that.
It's disgusting.
It's unbelievable. Hey, speaking of drugs, the Ozempic situation is getting really, really rough for the people that need Ozempic. So the Hollywood craze of taking Ozempic to lose weight, like non-diabetics, it's spreading all over the country. Now, we've talked about this, how many times, Roxanne? We've already talked about this, half a dozen times?
Oh, yeah, I would say so.
Over the last maybe 6-8 months or so. Yeah, we're not Johnny-come-latelys to this deal. But, again, the use of Ozempic and Wegovy, and there's that other, it starts with an M. And what's going on there's a nationwide shortage of these drugs for people that need these drugs to treat their type 2 diabetes, because it's been learned that people without diabetes, if you take drugs like Ozempic, that it'll help you lose weight. And there's a massive shortage. People that really need it for diabetes, they can't get it because you got all the people that are trying to, just take a pill to lose weight instead of shutting up their pie hole and getting on a treadmill.
How did they get it prescribed, though?
Their doctors are prescribing it.
For weight loss?
Yes.
Is it Medovi or Manjaro, the M one you said?
Manjaro or whatever. It's that one.
Semi-glutide or something like
that. We've talked about that one as well.
Yeah.
But, man, this is crazy. And I even saw a story, this kind of brings it even locally, there was a story on Channel 8's website, Ozempic shortage. Tampa Bay doctors make adjustments as weight loss drug gains popularity. The Food and Drug Administration is reporting a supply shortage with the diabetes drug Ozempic as weight loss aid soars in popularity. Over the last several months, demand for the medication has skyrocketed, leading to stock shortages, outages at pharmacies around the country. Dr. Lilian Chiquez, medical director at the Watson Clinic in Lakeland, tells 8 on Your Side that more patients have come to her seeking the medication to shed weight. The drug is intended for type 2 diabetes patients who need it to keep their blood sugar levels in check. Is that A1C, right? I think that's what the A1C is, the blood sugar.
I don't know.
Well, you hear them talking about that, and my A1C is now down to a 6.8. I think that's blood sugar.
I know what A1 sauce is.
Yeah, yeah. But the Ozempic issue is, and there are a couple other drugs that are in that category, and it's turning into a big problem for the people that really need the drug. And that sucks. Hey, speaking of weight loss, and we talked about this off the air, now intermittent fasting is bad for you, and it could kill you.
Yeah, it's funny how you get whiplash covering intermittent fasting because
a couple of years ago, the stories were the intermittent fasting could prolong your life, and now they're saying that intermittent fasting can kill you quicker.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how they can be so in one direction on it and then whip you over to, no, you're going to die from it now. But I mean, I get that you don't want to go to bed with a really full stomach so your body can, your liver can do the things it needs to do. Your body can do the restorative things it needs to do while you're sleeping. But I mean, I can see why starving yourself for a good chunk of the day probably isn't that great for you. So I don't know why did they ever say it was good for you?
I don't know. So,
I don't understand.
But this is another example of these crazy stories where something is good for you, then it's bad for you, or I remember eggs. I remember my uncle, who was a cardiologist, when we were kids, would tell my mom, "Oh yeah, eggs are bad for you. Maybe 1 egg a week," and then later on, they're like, "Oh yeah, you can have eggs every day. Yeah, eggs are great. It's the perfect food," and blah 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 blah. And like water. Oh, you got to have 8 cups of water a day. Then they change that. No, you don't. Just drink when you're thirsty.
I know.
Too much.
Because who knows what kind of toxins are in water.
Well, I don't think that's where I was going, but
I know, I'm being facetious. But
unless you live in Flint, Michigan, right?
Yeah, exactly. I will tell you that when I stopped eating eggs, all my allergies went away. Not completely eczema, but when I stopped eating eggs, I used to get really bad seasonal allergies. I couldn't breathe in the spring and fall.
Guess
now
what?
I'm fine.
Your skin issue, it's called eczema.
That should be a clue.
Of course you shouldn't eat eggs. It's caused by eating eggs. It's called eczema.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's it.
I know, it's not. I'm going to play something extremely annoying. I want to apologize now, but I'm going to play something very, very annoying. It's not going to be the sound of the guy in, what is the movie with
Dumb and Dumber?
Jim Carrey. It's not going to, hey, you want to hear the most annoying sound ever? No, it's not going to be that. I want to play audio. This popped up in my feed yesterday. The Iowa State Fair. And I don't know why it's popping up now because I don't think they're holding the Iowa State Fair in the middle of flipping January. But this popped up in my feed yesterday about the husband calling contest in the Iowa State. Do you know what this is? Have you ever heard this?
The husband calling.
Yeah.
What?
They have
Like a mating call?
They have a contest. And it's the women are calling their husband, and the most, I guess, obnoxious, loudest woman that is simulating calling their husband wins the contest.
Oh, this does sound really annoying.
Wait, you ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Listen to this. This is from the Iowa State Fair's husband calling contest.
Bob! Bob! Hurry up! I don't want to be late. Bob, hurry! Bob! Robert! Dean! Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! King! Yoo-hoo! Cuckoo! Cuckoo! The clock says
Oh, my God. Daryl.
Did Fester do that? Did Daryl show up today?
Oh! Can you hear me?
That husband's name is Roy. If you didn't hear that, she's calling Roy her husband.
You get yourself in here right now! Come on! You know you're going to be late again, and you know that I want to get there on time. Roy! Roy!
I'm getting angry. Let me guess, they're all single.
I want to smash my radio.
No, they're calling their husbands.
Could you imagine being married to that?
Yeah. And that's what they do in Iowa.
And I don't know why this popped up in my feed, but I guess they do this at the Iowa State Fair. That video is from like 2017, but are they promoting it now? Is that why it popped up in my news feed? Anyway, guess what the grand prize is? The winner that screams and calls for her husband the best, guess what they win?
Don't say pig named Suey.
Don't say a muzzle. No.
Earplugs, yeah.
Earplugs. $5 grand prize.
$5?
Are you kidding me?
What is this? Is this a joke?
No, they do this at the Iowa State Fair, apparently.
Keep your $5. I'm going to waste my breath.
Is that not unbelievable?
They spend that on gas to get to the stupid fair.
Roxanne, when we get back, I need to know the last time you went to the nail salon to have your nails done. All right?
Okay.
And I need to know if they do this to you at your nail salon, because this could be a big, big problem with your health. All right?
Okay.
So anyone listening, all women listening, if you go to a manicurist, if you go to one of those nail salons, you got to hear this next. I don't care if you're late for work. I don't care if you're late for surgery. You got to hear this next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Two college brothers. Q105, 855. Roxanne, the last time you had your nails done, please.
I think it was like 3 months ago, 3 months ago.
Call Michelle here quickly.
I'm not too good on upkeep for nails.
I think Michelle just had her nails done recently. Yeah, the hair, the nails. I think she had her hair done yesterday.
I haven't had my hair cut in like 4 months. I'm the worst hairdresser client ever.
Blah, blah. Michelle, what are you doing?
At the tone, please record your message.
Got to record a message in my own damn
Come
house.
on, it's time to get up, Michelle. It's 9.
Hang on, let me check Life 360. Let me see if she's doing her workout. She might be on the way to her workout. Nope, mommy's at home.
You guys that's creepy.
What?
You just see where she's at?
Well, yeah, we use, here's Michelle calling in.
Do you guys trust each other?
Hang on, let me call her back on the cell phone. I don't know what she's doing. No, the kids, I can't remember who set it up. Maybe, she's now she's calling the hotline. Hey, Michelle?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Are you at home?
No.
Where are you?
Okay, you know my schedule. You know where I'm going on Tuesday and Friday to my workout.
Guys can't remember schedules to save their lives.
Exactly. I
mean, they're so bad, Michelle.
schedules.
We're like the executive centers of the household.
What the hell's a calendar? I don't keep a calendar.
I know you don't. You're terrible.
All right. So I just asked Roxanne the last time that she had her nails done, and you said what?
2 months ago, I think.
Michelle, what was the last time you had your nails done?
Maybe a month ago.
All right, here's the deal. And I just need to know, when you get your nails done, is your place using this? Because you probably need to tell them to knock it off or find somewhere else. Apparently, UV dryers for manicures can lead to cancer-causing cell mutations. Now, I would imagine, and I don't get my nails done.
Yeah.
I can't stand the smell of nail salons. All those chemicals, man, they make me like go into anaphylactic shock. So I guess some nail salons use like a purple light UV dryer machine versus like an air dryer. Is that a good way to describe it?
Right.
All right, so Michelle, your nail lady.
They don't use hair dryers.
No, air dryer.
dryer.
I didn't say hair dryer. I said air dryer.
Sounded like hair.
Yeah, no, air dryer.
Silly.
All right, so
I'll probably make that mistake.
all right, so Michelle, does your nail salon, do they use an AIR dryer for your nails to dry them, or do you put your fingers in some kind of a UV device that has that glowing purple violet light?
No UV light. I can't even remember the last time I went to a salon that had that.
Roxanne, what do they do at they use a Conair blow dryer on your nails?
Actually, most of the time they do not. But it's funny you say this, because the last time I got them done and I really liked the end result,
You mean
they did use
the finish?
the finished product, and they did use one of those.
Now I blow your fingers.
Yep, they did.
They feel good.
Gel manicure fans, please take notice. There's a new study out that the ultraviolet drying lamps could be bad for your health. So they're used for gel and shellac manicures. And yeah.
Guess who gets that done?
Oh,
I know.
Don't tell me the dogs.
No.
Chloe?
Yes. She
Oh.
likes that gel because it lasts longer.
Well,
The
you
shellac?
can do
no.
gel without doing, like, they sell gels at CVS, so you could get them and do them yourself and not use the dryer, not use the UV thing.
You know, I already had Chloe on this morning. I called her at school in Scotland she sent me this graph on how many days she's been alcohol free. So I called her earlier, and I hope she doesn't put her fingers in the UV drying machine.
Well, you have to talk to her about that.
Look at this. If you look at the way these devices are presented, they're marketed as safe and nothing to be concerned about. According to the study co-author, Ludmil Alexandrov, a professor of bioengineering and cellular molecular medicine at the University of California, San Diego. But to the best of our knowledge, no one has actually studied these devices and how they affect human cells at the molecular and cellular levels until now. In a study published this week in the journal Nature Communications, the University of California researchers analyzed 3 cell lines: human skin, keratinocytes, human foreskin fibroblasts,
Wait, what?
and mouse embryonic fibroblasts. And the findings showed that the exposure to the UV light for one 20-minute session caused 20 to 30% of exposed cells to die, while three 20-minute sessions caused 65 to 70% of cell death.
So your fingers fall off?
Oh my! And the remaining cells that didn't die, they're not safe. They suffered DNA damage and mutations, drawing parallels to skin cancer. And research shows more than 100 million U.S. Women use some sort of nail product. It's unclear how many opt for the gel and this particular drying, according to the Cleveland Clinic. The risk factor depends on how often the beauty obsessed go to these nail salons and these manicurists.
You know what's going to happen is women are going to go there and they're going to have heard about this and say, okay, can you do it but not use the dryer? So that slows down the process. So then it's going to make it harder for the nail tech to get people in and out in the amount of time they want to.
Hey, Michelle, let me see if I can lock you in here and call Chloe. Cause
I can't. I have to go.
What do you mean you have to go?
Jeez.
Oh, all right,
You know
fine.
her schedule.
All right.
Whatever.
So you got to work out? You doing your workout?
Yes.
What's your trainer's name?
Hey, can you tell them that I think I want to start going there?
No. I'm pretty stupid.
What?
You're not
I
going to
think
go.
I want to go work out. I think I want to go work
No,
out.
I want to expand.
You either want to do it or you don't.
Yes.
And so then I've given you the information and you can place the phone call and you can decide to better yourself by working out or you can continue as you are.
In your face, dude.
I wanna add
12?
the workout that you're doing. I want to add that to my regimen.
Okay, well,
What a
I will
copycat.
give you the information to call.
No, can you see if the owner is in, and give me an introduction?
Yes, when I come home.
No, if you're there now,
You're not there. You're not here. How can I introduce you?
I'll come by. Next week.
Obviously, he knows who I am.
Okay.
No, I didn't say that. We stop that, Froggy.
I'm
All right,
saying
all right,
obviously.
have fun, Michelle.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Bye. All right. So she's at her workout. All right, let me call Chloe here because I'm concerned because Chloe does get the gel manicures. I don't want her freaking fingers inside those UV purple lighted drying machines for the gel manicures. I don't want her fingers in there.
She's a soccer player. She doesn't need her hands.
Hang on a minute. 9, then what? 1011. Oh, this thing's a pain in the neck.
Thank God that one doesn't double hit.
No, I gotta do 011. Hold on a minute. So 9101. Do I? 144794792. All right. I think I dialed. It's just such a pain in the neck doing
Ponderous.
Well, you got to make sure that our system does it properly. But I do not want my 21-year-old daughter's fingers inside these UV machines that could give you like finger cancer.
What's the difference between that and like a tanning bed? Isn't that just one big UV thing?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that.
Hello?
Hey, Chloe, when's the last time you had a manicure?
January, like 3rd.
All right. And that's before you left to go to school, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm calling St. Andrews, Scotland right now. All right. And you get the gel manicure?
Yes.
All right. Listen to me very carefully. I need to
I
know.
already know what this is about.
What is it about?
Is it about the UV and like the cancer that it causes?
How do you know about this?
Because I saw an article about it, I think last night.
Well, you probably saw the same damn article I saw. Well, all right. So when you get your manicures, are you putting your fingers in that UV machine?
Yes, you have to.
Stop it!
Oh no, you're gonna have nubs.
So, Chloe, do you think you could do it? I mean, is it just going to slow down the process? Because can't you just get gel at the convenience store? I mean, the drugstore, and you don't need a UV thing at home to do gel at home.
What about Lee press-on nails?
Easy on, easy off. Use them again and again.
Chloe, do not put listen. Do not put your fingers in that UV machine again.
I don't know what else I'm supposed to do then.
Have her blow on them.
I can't do regular nail polish. That chips
It does chip.
within 2 hours.
Yeah. You guys don't understand. Our choices are so
Why
limited.
can't you? I'll tell you what. Why can't you put like a cell phone screen protector over your fingernails?
Yeah.
Then that's what you need to do.
And I don't.
You get your nails done, man. That's a whole new. That's a business model.
You just stole my idea for my cell phone cover windshields.
So, you put the screen protectors on your cell phone screen. You get little nail-shaped ones, little
cut 'em out.
nail protectors to put on your fingernails so they don't chip.
Oh, I think you're onto something.
Right.
Can we do my windshields too?
All right, Chloe, they're saying that when you put your fingers in the machine, you're getting all kinds of mutations.
Yes, I saw that.
All right, will you stop it, please?
Yeah, but a part of me is like, everything is claimed to cause cancer these days.
Just go tanning instead.
I don't do that.
That was a joke.
Yeah, she doesn't do that. All right, Chloe, go back to school. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
All right,
Whatever,
sweetie.
Chloe.
Don't put your fingers in that machine again. Roseanne's on the line in Tampa. Hey, Roseanne, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, Rosie.
Hey, how are you?
Well, go ahead.
I get my nails done. I have dip or gel, whatever you want to call it. And a woman has her fingers under that for a total of 2 minutes each session.
Well,
Both
that's
hands
true.
altogether 2 minutes, maybe once a month. I think the story you read said and after 20 minutes it caused cell damage. I think this is really very much overblown.
Good point.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you the phone number of this University of California, San Diego professor, Ludmil Alexandrov. And would you like to call him up and have a conversation with him about this?
No, not really. I think my fingers are doing fine after like 60 years.
In your face.
All right.
Okay.
In that professor's face.
Listen,
right?
I don't want you to have your fingers amputated.
Professor MJ, don't get into the saccharin, rabbit hole like everybody else did.
All right, listen, I'm just concerned about all these women that listen, they get these manicures and these UV dryers. And listen, this is not some fly-by-night operation. This is the University of California, San Diego. So, hey, thank you, Roseanne. Thanks for checking in.
You're welcome.
All right.
You know
Say
what?
hi to Dan. Get it?
Yeah.
Hey, Roseanne, can you sing the national anthem for us, please?
Grab my crotch.
Hey, MJ, next time you see women on their golf cart driving on the street with wine, I want you to run over to them, tell them they're not allowed to be doing all of that, and then grab their hands and say, and do you get your nails done?
You want to hear? Speaking of the golf carts, the golf carts in the neighborhood are driving me crazy, and the golf carts that people drive on the more busy roads, I don't understand them. They're idiots. I see people in these golf carts on roads that people are doing 45, 50 miles an hour. I see people with like the kids hanging off the back driving, across roads where 7,000-pound trucks are coming at them in a golf cart, which will essentially, if you're hit in one of these golf carts, that thing will disintegrate into like powder. It'd be like a Mack truck hitting a piece of Melba toast.
Yeah, I showed you a golf cart accident the other day. That thing rolled over and like landed right on the guy's head.
If your golf cart is hit by a regular car, it'll be like a car smashing into a wheat thin. All right?
If you think about how you're going to get hit, you're just going to fly out of the thing, right? And just get really hurt.
So listen to this. I'm walking the dogs last night.
Okay.
And neighbor of mine, and it's dark. I got a late start. I had to pick up some paint from my buddy at Tanner Paint. They have the new South Tampa location. And so I picked up some paint from his house. He brought it home because they were already closed. So I go down, pick up some paint. So I'm running late yesterday.
Pick up paint, huh? That's what you call it.
No, I had to run a couple errands. So I'm late walking the dogs last night. It's about 7:45, and I'm out walking our 2 Jack Russell Terriers. I do a 2-mile walk every night. Then weekends, I do 2 5-mile walks on Saturday and Sunday. I'm a 20-mile-a-week walker.
Wow.
So my neighbor is coming around the bend on my street, and he sees me walking the dogs, and he stops and goes, Todd! And I'm like, hey, man. And he says, you got to get one of these. And he's on his golf cart. He got a new golf cart. And he's like, you got to get one of these. I'm like, no, not really. I'm like, so,
They are fun.
I don't want to. If I need to go down the street, what's the difference in getting in your car or getting in a golf cart? And then he was telling me the golf cart was $11,000. I'm like, what?
Yeah, my buddy got one that was like $20,000.
Why?
There's those souped up ones that have the big wheels and they're all.
I'm sorry. I'm not paying $11,000 for a golf cart. I'm not paying $5,000. I don't want a golf cart.
I'll take one for free.
I hate golf. I don't like golf.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want a golf cart. And I just don't understand that they're driving them through the neighborhood. I have a car for that to drive through the neighborhood.
You don't want to feel the wind on your face?
No.
There's a family in my neighborhood that has a red golf cart, and like every night they like drive with the kids and sitting in the back, and like I don't know what they do. They just every night it's their thing.
Yeah, until in my neighborhood, people don't follow traffic laws. 25 miles an hour in my neighborhood, people are regularly doing 40, 50 miles an hour on my street. Stop signs in my neighborhood, people think the stop sign is just a suggestion. They're riding these. There's like dozens of golf carts in my South Tampa neighborhood, and it's just a matter of time before someone gets clocked, and it's not going to be a pretty outcome. All right, listen to this. This is crazy. Now, I'm going through my pile of stuff that I didn't get to this week because I hate going into the weekend and leaving stuff on the table.
Oh, you hate that.
So this is from last weekend. It has to do with the NFL. Last weekend. This is the NFL on the MJ Morning Show. A couple left a Buffalo Bills game and found a stranger kid in their trunk.
What?
What?
How hard did they tailgate? What the hell?
All right, this is absolutely insane. So these people, they found a kid in their trunk after they drove an hour home from the Buffalo Bills game.
Well, they hear knocking like Goodfellas?
Yeah.
What's that sound?
It's a bumpy road.
Oh, so this couple, they were at a Buffalo Bills game. They were in Orchard Park. Now, did the Bills play last Saturday or Sunday? I can't remember.
Was it Saturday? I feel like it was Saturday.
I don't think it matters. So last weekend, the Buffalo Bills game in Orchard Park up in, New York State. So they drive, I think, an hour home to Amherst, New York. About an hour. When they get out of their truck, they realize that someone is making a noise in the bed of the truck.
Oh, my gosh. Horrifying.
So they were concerned, a little scared. They realized that somebody's been in the back of the pickup truck for the entire hour that it took them to get home. So they have, when I say the trunk, it was a pickup truck, but it has that cover. What is it called? The tonneau?
A tarp?
The tonneau? How do you pronounce that? TONNEAU. So the truck had the tonneau cover, if I'm pronouncing it properly, and there was a kid back there. And they don't know what happened.
How old is the kid?
The kid apparently thought that it was his father's truck. So climbed in the back, and he didn't climb into his father's truck. So this family lost their kid. The kid ends up in the back of somebody else's pickup truck, gets driven an hour away from the Buffalo Bills stadium.
Can you imagine how terrified the parents who lost the kid must have been?
What a colossal dumbass that kid is.
No, I don't have an age for the kid. The story.
That's really going to make a difference.
This is a weird story. I don't have the age of the kid. This came from a Buffalo media outlet, but it doesn't say how old the kid was.
The age is the most important thing.
I think it's a very critical thing. That's the first thing I wanted to know, but it's not there. But the two men who then found the kid underneath the truck bed cover, they brought him into their home once they got back to Amherst, New York, and then they gave him a phone charger so he could, and his phone was dead. So they let him charge up his phone, and I guess he called his father, and they arranged the. Can you imagine? Did the family? I got so many questions.
Family probably thought he was dead.
Did the family call 911? Is there like an alert? Was there like an Amber Alert for the kid?
Well, we don't know because we don't know if he was a 17-and-a-half-year-old kid or a 5-year-old kid. That's from the story.
Very good point. So I don't know if there's further information out there, but is that not crazy?
It's just nuts, and it's terrifying. And you got to have a plan with your kids, I guess, and say, hey, if you get lost, go to point A.
Oh, man.
Not a stranger's truck.
All right. I have a couple of follow-up file stories to do here. You know the Texas football coach that made his team do 400 push-ups?
Yeah. Like they all ended up in the hospital.
And then he's been, I think 8 were hospitalized.
Busted sternums.
Yep. And what's going on now is the school is rallying behind this Texas football coach, a high school coach by the name of John Harrell.
Rallying behind him?
He was suspended, and he's now having like rallies, like Save the Coach. So students are wearing Keep Harrell t-shirts and hats.
I love this guy.
And they're speaking out in defense and support for this Texas high school football coach who is being investigated by like Child Protective Services because he did an extreme workout with his high school football team and made players do 400 push-ups, and 7 or 8 players had to be hospitalized.
And he looks like a grown-up Buzz from Home Alone.
He does. He looks like Bully Buzz. He does. What's up, butthead?
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Exactly. But you got the schools like rallying behind him after he was suspended. So I guess he's a beloved coach. They like the guy. But now Texas Child Protective Services, they launched an investigation. It happened on January 6th. The school district put him on suspension, on leave, while the investigation is pending. And now you got the school. They've had shirts printed up, Save the Coach, Keep Harrell. So I'll see what happens here, and we'll report back to you.
What was it again? It was 400 push-ups.
400 push-ups.
That's nothing.
Since what kind of pansy football players go to the hospital if you do 400 push-ups? Come on.
Please. Come on, get with it. We used to, like I said, run until you puked.
Give me a break. Hey, do you use Zell? Do you use Zell for?
I do.
You do for? I thought you.
What?
So, do you know what Zell is?
No.
What? How do you know?
Zelda, the game?
No, Zell, Z-E-L-L-E. It's a money transfer.
Oh,
you got PayPal, you've got Zell,
Venmo.
I use Venmo.
Yeah, Venmo is the other big one, but
Zell's within your bank. I guess Zell is like an arm of your bank, right?
Yeah, like I have Zell through
Bank of whatever.
I don't. Do you use Bank of America?
I don't like to give up my banking information.
Well, you just
just
did.
You're a boa?
You just did. Well,
I use Wells Fargo.
No, you don't. So, but the story is about Zell and Bank of America. There was a big glitch.
Ooh.
And people were checking their balances at Bank of America, and the balances were coming up zero. And this happened, I think, yesterday. It happened this week. Bank of America customers were really pissed off, and they were like venting on social media. They were hit with negative balances for mysterious transactions that were made through the digital payment app Zell. Yeah, Twitter users were posting screenshots of messages that they got from Bank of America, Roxanne's bank, stating that they had negative account balances. Others also reported trying to get in touch with the bank's customer service department and given no information. One bank customer, Geppetto Curenton,
Geppetto.
It's Chevette.
He tweeted a message indicating that his account was showing a negative balance of $2,060.44.
Oh, my God.
It's like, what the hell? I want my money back ASAP. That's what he tweeted. I don't have money for gas, stuck at home. Your customer service phone doesn't work. What's wrong? I demand answers. This is a tweet the guy put out.
Oh, Giuseppe.
But then what happened was Zell was blaming the Bank of America. Bank of America's blaming Zell.
I thought Zell was Bank of America, but I guess it's not because you can send to other. Okay.
I don't know who owns the app or the platform,
Yeah.
but I wonder if we have any listeners that had anyone listen. Hey, quickly, hurry up. Anyone listening, did you have this Bank of America Zell problem where suddenly you've got a negative balance and it looks like you've been robbed by a bunch of like Russian hackers or something? All right, 800-990-1047. Got to do this quickly. 800-990-1047. Were you bitten by this Zell money transfer Bank of America deal? But I know a lot of people that use Venmo and Zell.
Yeah. I just checked my account to make sure that I hadn't been Zelled.
Michelle uses Zell.
Why? Because it rhymes with her name?
Michelle Zell. I'm gonna start calling her Mizelle. Hey, the phone's ringing here. All right, let me try to squeeze in a call or two here. Yeah, so if you had an issue, if you had a negative balance with Bank of America and it was tied to the Zell problem, and how long did it take to get rectified? Did you have like no access to your money for how long? Inquiring minds want to know. All right, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. Let me just pick up a line cold here. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Angela?
Angela, did you have a Zell Bank of America balance problem?
I did.
When was it? What day this week was it?
Not yesterday, the day before, which was what?
Wednesday. Yeah, all right. So what happened in your case?
So I knew that somebody had paid me through Zell, and it showed up on my account on Tuesday. So I was like, okay, she paid me.
How much was it? How much money?
She paid me $250.
Okay, and what happened?
And so then I woke up Wednesday, and I do online banking, the app on my phone. And so I looked at my checking account balance, and I said, wow. I said, what the heck happened? So this is a couple $100 less than what it should be. So I was going through and looking at all my transactions, and I'm like, I don't see that Zell deposit anymore. That's weird. So I reached out to the woman that paid me, and she sent me a screenshot. She goes, well, it came out of my account, so I don't know what's going on your end. I go, well, I'll just call the bank and figure it out. So no sooner did I, text with her and get all that information, I went back just to look, just to see, and it was there. The deposit had just shown up within that 5 minutes.
Wow. So they fixed it fairly.
They fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they did like some kind of a mirror image update on their like server, and it replaced the current information with like an old image or something, and it's just weird. But it was Bank of America was blaming Zell, and they were pointing fingers at each other. So anyway, listen, I'm glad things worked out for you. Thank you. I appreciate the call. Let me grab. And I know you've called before. How do you pronounce your name again?
Keenal.
Keenal is in Wesley Chapel. Hey, Keenal, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, guys. And MJ, I have to say, I feel special that you actually remember that I've called before.
Yeah, no, because you have I'm looking at the caller screener here, and I see your name, Kinal, and it's a very unique name. And so say it again. I got to remember how to say it when you call us. Say it again.
Keenal.
All right, Keenal. So go ahead. What happened with you and Zell and Bank of America?
Okay, so I actually didn't have this problem, and actually my husband transferred me $200 this morning, and it actually went through fine. But what I wanted to tell you is that Zell is actually from Chase.
Zell is owned by Chase?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Chase used to have a different payment that you could send money very easily to people who had Chase. But then I think they started Zell maybe last year or a couple of years ago, and then I think they've expanded it to where with Zell, now you just need an email address to sign up for it, and you can send payment that way.
Okay, I just found something online, not trying to contradict your information, but it says the Zell network is operated by Early Warning Services. It's a financial company, and it's owned by
Early Warning. What an alarming name for a company.
Yeah, right?
What about Nuclear Alert? It's operated by Nuclear Alert Incorporated. It's like, Keenal, thanks.
DEFCON warning. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for the call, Keenal.
And then it says it's owned by 7 banks, including Chase, Bank of America, Capital One.
There you go. All right.
Now I get
All right. Final segment of the MJ Morning Show is next. Who drinks Fireball here?
Ugh, I've never had it.
Does anyone drink Fireball? Well,
No.
there's a Fireball issue that we've got to talk about, and that's next, among many other things, in the final chunk of the, you want to talk about like doing something really bad? Your first day of your new job? First day on the job, and you do this? Oh, you got to hear this. All right, coming up in a minute. Next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Hey. Song from Naked Eyes, I think, 1983? Was that just recorded with lousy stereo separation, or is that our copy in our computer? Can you just check on that? All right, MJ Morning Show on Q105, and as promised,
Fire it all.
All right, 9:35, and Roxanne, in fact, what was that, Froggy?
That was a sneeze.
Oh, my God. You walk in the door, and you're like...
I was updating a member of somebody in the building on Fester's condition.
Yeah, we're going to try to call Fester here before we shut things down, because Fester hopefully will be released from Tampa General this weekend. But the Fireball situation,
Fire it all.
And Roxanne, that's your poison. That's what you do.
What are you talking
You drink
about?
Fireball. I think, is that in your water cup right now?
No, it's Fireball in my coffee.
Fire it all.
Is that what you have? All right, there's an issue. If you're a Fireball drinker, there is a class action lawsuit. Do you know the difference between the two Fireballs? So Fireball has two different products, but the labels look almost identical. And people are saying that it's marketplace confusion. Listen to this. A class action lawsuit has been brought against the spirits company, big, huge company, Sazerac. Sazerac over the Fireball brand. What's the problem here? Well, the lawsuit alleges that
Fire it all.
Fireball cinnamon beverage is misleading due to its packaging, which is very similar to
Fire it all.
cinnamon whiskey, which is a totally different product. Fireball cinnamon, a malt beverage that contains no whiskey.
Wait, I thought all malt beverages had alcohol.
No, I said whiskey. I didn't say, alcohol. No, it doesn't have whiskey. It has alcohol.
Oh,
It doesn't have
okay.
whiskey.
Gotcha.
So Fireball Cinnamon is a malt beverage that contains no whiskey and was released in 2020. Features an ABV, or alcohol by volume, of 16.5%. Half of the original Fireball Cinnamon whiskey's 33%. The complaint alleges that the front label of
Fire it all.
cinnamon is identical to that of
Fire it all.
cinnamon whiskey, except for the word whiskey in small text. So they're saying marketplace confusion. There's a class action lawsuit. So if you are trying to get Fireball whiskey, you got to make sure the label says whiskey and not just this other Fireball cinnamon concoction they got going on. All right, this concludes the
Fire it all.
talk on the MJ
Have you
Morning
had
Show.
that stuff, MJ? I've never had it.
I have never had.
Fire it all.
Now, I have had Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, which I think is fantastic. I've had Angel's Envy. Listen,
Angel's Trumpet?
No, I haven't had that.
Oh.
But listen, you know me. The only alcohol that I drink red wine, and I drink whiskey and rye. Those are my drinks. But I've never had a glass of
Fire it all.
I just found a list of 8 reasons not to drink Fireball.
Yeah, tell me 8 reasons not to drink
Fire it all.
Yeah.
One of them is because it's sorry, but it's whiskey with an EY, not whiskey. Do you know they spell it WHISKY?
Yeah, well,
on the fire.
Yeah, that's the Scottish way to do it.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So the
That's how we do it.
So
We don't need no E.
we add the EY. So American whiskey is WHISKEY. Scottish whiskey is WHISKY.
Okay. Apparently, Fireball has the worst recipe ideas with worse names. The Man Mosa, Hot Nuts.
I drink hot nuts.
Do you want a shot of hot nuts?
You want a shot of hot nuts? All right, I got to move on here.
All
We're
right.
going to run out of time.
Please.
All right, this could be the worst job performance ever on your first day at work. Imagine you're a flight attendant. Your airplane is on the ramp. You're at the airport. You're a flight attendant. It is your first flight. And you don't disarm the slides, and you open up the door, and the whole giant slide. Oh, my God. And apparently, that's a $60,000 mistake.
Oh, my gosh.
British Airways, a brand new BA flight attendant, is in trouble. First day on the job, deployed accidentally the big inflatable slide. on a Boeing 777. Great airplane. I just saw last night walking the dogs. By the way, the British Air flight from Tampa International to London Gatwick looked like it was running about an hour late last night, but that's a 777-200. I see that most nights walking the dogs. So, and I was late walking the dogs last night, so I know the flight was late. Saw that thing climb out. Love the sound of it.
Yeah, I love the sound of it.
That climb out sound. I don't know. I'm guessing they probably sourced Rolls-Royce engines on the British Airways 777.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. All right, so this is crazy. The flight was going from London to Lagos, Nigeria, and it was on Friday the 13th, and she opens the emergency door without, I guess, disarming the slide, and boom, the whole slide pops out. The flight was canceled.
So it stays in slide mode once you're in the air. It has to, in case you're.
Hey, have you ever heard on the airplane they'll say flight attendants disarm cross-check?
Cross-check. Yeah. I
so
do that.
That's like one flight attendant double-checking that the other flight attendant has either armed or disarmed the door so the slide doesn't go off.
Gotcha.
And, well, got a little problem here. Apparently $60,000. The cost of the new slide and then switching to another aircraft, missing the takeoff slot. Wow. How about that?
Thanks.
All right, let me try Fester in the final moments of the MJ Morning Show here on a Friday. Like, what is
Some of the phones are messed up.
Listen, this equipment is going to, it's going to disintegrate. If we don't get our new studio shortly, I don't think we're going to be on the air. Got to be honest. All right. Fester, what's Fester's number?
813-310-8444.
813-310-8444?
Yes.
All right.
Hello.
Fester, I wanted to talk to you in the waning moments of the MJ Morning Show here on a Friday.
Thank you.
How you feeling? You feeling better than when we talked to you at 7:25 this morning?
I mean, a little bit, but still crummy overall. Still very weak.
Oh, man. All right, so when do they start your drip, and is this your last IV treatment with the hemoglobin later on?
So about sometime between noon and 2 is when we'll start it. It usually takes 3 to 4 hours. And then if I don't have an improvement, they may have to go down another course. So,
I mean, Fester, you're a big dude. Fester, you're like 300 and something pounds. You're a big dude. And right now you sound like you're like 38 pounds.
Probably losing a bunch of weight, aren't you?
Oh, yes. I mean, I had a boost for breakfast this morning.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
How about
Are those
sure for dessert?
Are the boost, are those the things where the vegetables are dancing around in the fridge on the commercial?
I don't know. It's like a chocolate. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
It's not a V.
Now, Fester, is there any chance you're getting out tomorrow?
Maybe 50-50.
Now, what's going to determine? Do they do a series of tests to determine whether your body has reacted to the 5 treatments or the 4 treatments of the IV stuff?
I get tested every day. I mean, and it's really an eyeball test. I mean, last night I looked a lot better than I did today. Last night I was walking around. I got changed. I brushed my teeth.
Did you say you breastfeed? What did you say?
Brushed his teeth.
Oh, you brush your teeth. Well, here's the deal. Fester's mouth muscles and his lips are not working, and that's why some of the work. That's why because his whole body, all of his muscles are affected by this myasthenia gravis, which he was first hit with in 2011, went into a long remission, had a little relapse in 2019, and then last week, this thing starts coming back, and Tuesday morning, it hit him like a Budweiser truck, and he couldn't even come to work, had to take an Uber to the emergency room at Tampa General Hospital.
So here I sit.
Oh, jeez, man. I mean, I feel so... All right, Fester, I want Fester back!
Listen, I can imagine how unfunny the show is.
Oh, we suck. This thing is just this is a radio turd.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God. It's so bad for you.
All right. Fester, listen, call me if you need anything. Can I come visit tonight?
No, I don't want to see any of you guys.
Come on. We need to post video of you in your hospital bed. That'll get a lot of hits. Listen, it's all about web hits.
Listen.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you guys. I don't even want to talk to you guys until Monday.
Yeah.
God,
yeah. I don't blame you.
All right, Festa, can you shoot a video? Can you do a selfie video and just do a 30-second? What do you mean no?
Because it's invading his hospital privacy.
Listen, he decides what his HIPPO laws are. And yes, folks, with Fester, it's not HIPAA, it is HIPPO.
HIPPO, it is HIPPO.
All right, Fester, we're thinking about you. The audience loves you.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
Are you still getting tons of texts?
Oh, yeah. I got 300 already this morning, and they're ringing in right now.
Oh, they're ringing right now?
Yeah.
All right, folks, give Fester a text. Wish Fester well. Froggy, what's the number again?
813-310-8444. You really like to give out his number these days.
He really does.
All right, Fester, I'll call you later, okay, buddy?
Goodbye.
All right, Fester, hopefully he's out of the hospital this weekend. I mean, I hope we can have him back on the air in the studio on Monday. We'll see. All right, folks, have a great weekend. Website, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. And we'll see you back here Monday on the MJ Morning Show. And let's be careful out there.
Download the app now.
Get the Q105 app and listen to us anywhere. Powered by Anna Char Levine, accident attorney.